chill before it actually goes live. This is just to like give people like a chance to
see what's happening,
see that the feed's live, get notified.
Yeah, we'll get these drinks going here.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Absolutely.
My new favorite. So, did you switch to the squirrel?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it? I looked for this. I looked for the Tennessee, and
they don't have it
here. I couldn't find it.
I mixed it with the Coke, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not bad with the Diet Coke. It's not bad.
It's almost like a salted caramel.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So when you told me about it, and I tried the sheepdog first, I was like, oh shit, this is like liquid butterscotch. This is delicious. And then we like almost killed the whole bottle, just sitting at a bar.
That was me and my friend girl. We did the same thing with the peanut butter whiskey, the peanut butter cup.
Oh, you know what we should probably do is share the feed from on Facebook.
Right.
Oh, we're good. Nah, it's you can. Anyway, hey, thanks guys. We are live. KrohnKast episode number 4, September 6th, 2020. Mitchell, you doing good over there?
Doing great.
Doing good? Look, check this
Welcome.
out. That's what I got. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Check these out.
Technology.
Dude. Check these out. Holy crap. Julie, you doing good over there?
I'm doing good.
How you been? How's this terrible virus been treating you in your pocketbook?
I'm ready to get back to work like regular, like everybody else in the industry. Yeah. So that's about it.
When's the last time you've had a solid gig?
I've worked a couple of commercials since March, but March was the last time that I worked full time. Yeah.
March.
Holy
cow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's freaking ridiculous.
I just want to say that yesterday we adjusted the lights in here, and the lights are looking fantastic on here. So good.
Your face
so good. We spent like 2 hours just messing with the lights yesterday.
Your face looks
and
great.
It's the lighting's paying off. Everyone looks so lovely tonight. So yeah.
Julie, you want to what type, like, you do special effects makeup, right?
Yes.
Like horror movie type stuff? Like, what are we talking about?
I do makeup effects. There's a big difference between special effects and makeup effects. I do, face paint and prosthetic building, prosthetic application, stuff like prosthetic painting. I don't build the prosthetics so much, like foam latex and your masks and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't do all of that, but the application and the painting is more what I do.
You do the stuff that takes like 10, 20 hours, stuff like that?
Yes. It can. It very well can.
Holy cow.
Some things can take, 15 to 30 minutes, and then other things can take anywhere to 8 to 12 hours. It just depends on how much of the body you're covering.
How did you get started doing this stuff? Like, did you get started like just, doing makeup on yourself, and then you kind of morphed into the special effects? Or?
That's exactly how that started. I've always kind of been into makeup, dating back all the way to high school, and doing crazy things and, not being afraid to just try whatever.
Yeah.
And then had kids and being housewife at home, I one day just picked up acrylic paints actually and painted my face, and that's how it started. That is so not how
with acrylics.
Yeah, with acrylics.
Really?
And don't do that because that's not what you're supposed to do. So don't try that at home.
Got to start with foundation, right?
But that's how I started with the face paint, and it just kind of morphed into something bigger, and it's my most loved hobby. I have had the opportunity to work in some films doing special effects makeup, but that's not my actual job.
What's
in
your
film.
actual job?
My actual job in film is in the art department. I do set design and decorating. So
Like if a kid's in a bedroom, you decorate the bedroom type stuff. Is that word? Okay.
correct.
Because I hear about that. And
It's
I
not
don't know.
well. It's not just. So I asked Julie about this, and it's just not decorating. You actually build the rooms. Like they have a designated space, and the way you described it to me is you go into an empty space and they construct everything. Sometimes it's redecorating like a hotel room, but other times you actually build it from the ground up.
Correct. I mean, it's not just myself and a couple people. It's multiple departments that all conglomerate together to make the art department. But yeah,
It's tedious. It's very meticulous. Like the photos you showed me, where like that hotel room, for example, like you are going in and repainting. I remember you telling me, you're like, today was like a 20-hour day. We laid new carpet, we painted the walls, we had to go find the pictures from the thrift store and have to make it look like a different kind of hotel room.
Yeah.
What movie was that? Has it come out yet?
It has not come out yet, so I probably can't say. But yeah, we took 5 actual hotel rooms and turned it into 7 different ones for filming, and none of which looked like the original hotel room. So, like you said, it was changing the carpet and painting the walls and the furniture and everything other than the structure was changed for those movies.
And you just have to stay in the budget. Is that like the main
yes.
concern?
That's yeah, you're supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't always work out like that because there's unforeseen problems.
Oh, I bet.
Especially when you're relying on so many people to get one job done.
Holy
so
cow.
If one department falls short, then it may put all of the other departments in a bind.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I know a couple people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a big deal in the movie industry myself, as far as knowing people.
Right.
These directors and these production managers and these people like this can be slightly aggressive, and they yell at people and they fire people on the spot. Is that your experience, or is that just me?
There are good people and bad people in every position in life. So yes, I have come across ones that are not so nice.
Because there's no time to be wasted, right?
And ones that are handle their job very well. So, but yeah, I mean, if you can't get the job done, then you don't need to be there.
I agree. And so this is one thing I wanted to ask. How did you so you get started, doing makeup on your own and doing the stuff on your own? How do you get your first gig? Like, how do you get into this business?
I started at the haunted house and the zombie run, actually.
Really?
In Gulfport. I saw online that they were doing the zombie run, and I reached out to the people in charge and asked if they needed a makeup artist, and they said yes. So I did that for 2 years in a row, and then the haunted house Terror on the Coast in Gulfport, which is opening up next weekend. Let me plug that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they brought me in their second year running, and I've kind of been a part of that since then, here and there. And they have allowed me to be very creative in my own mind. Whatever I wanted to do, they just allowed me to do that. So I had a lot of room to grow in that aspect.
Are you doing it this year?
If my work schedule, fingers crossed, if the movies pick back up by haunt season, then no, I will only be making a guest appearance. But otherwise, I'll be there every weekend helping when I can.
Your work schedule is typically pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very nonstop, all over the place, location wise, time wise. Because I remember I contacted you probably 6 months or even maybe more than that before we even started anything to do with the music video. And I remember you telling me I have this and this back to back. I'm not free for probably until October.
Well, yeah. Even when I came to do the the color match for the ears. I had just gotten off work.
Your job's like, what's the farthest that you have had to go for a filming location?
Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
The sun doesn't shine.
beautiful.
You were in North Arkansas,
No,
weren't
we
you?
weren't. We were in Hot Springs.
That's
and it
nice
was
area. Yeah.
absolutely wonderful. It was freezing cold, but I just had like the best experience.
I have family in Arkansas, South Arkansas, where there's no life, and it's not a good time. I mean, the sun doesn't shine.
Right.
It's always gray, and there's mosquitoes as big as your hand. I don't know if they're there in Hot Springs, but
right.
Holy cow. What movie did you do there?
It was called Arkansas. Go figure.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious. Yeah. It was yeah, we the majority of the movie was filmed in Mobile and then Daphne and Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
And then we went to Arkansas for the last couple days.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It was
That's fun.
It was fun. It was really, really cold.
So y'all are doing like 12, 14-hour days when you do this, right?
Yeah, usually it's a 12-hour minimum.
And you're just cooped up in a trailer the whole time?
No, not me, because I don't usually do makeup.
Yeah. So
I'm
you're on the
art
set
department.
design stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you're running around trying to find the props that they need.
No, that's prop department. See, our department or set deck.
Those are the prop people.
Yeah.
This is why we're here. We're here to learn all about this.
Two totally different departments, but they're both in the art department. So props is basically anything that the actor is going to touch is considered a prop. Like if I was the actor and I have a drink in the scene, this is a prop. The prop master handles the props.
And if it's the wrong cup or something, they fire that guy or yell at him?
Sure. Depending on how the bosses are, it can happen.
I'm just going from my experience of knowing about how movies are shot.
So you got started at the haunted house, and then you somewhere crossed over into indie films.
With special effects.
Special effects.
Well, no, that was a question.
Yes.
Yeah, I tried to get a job on a small indie film, Cornbread Cosa Nostra, and I went for makeup. And I was just basically putting it all out there. I had no idea what I was doing. And the director said, "Do you have any interest in being my production designer?" And I said, "I have no idea really what that entails." And they said, "It's okay. You could do it." And I did it. And I am very proud of the work that we did in that very small movie. Everybody worked really, really hard.
So that movie in particular, it's so relevant to the coast because of the Dixie Mafia. Yes. So do you want, for anybody who hasn't seen that movie, do you want to kind of give the backstory on? No? Okay. Well, anybody who has parents that are from the coast, you hear the stories about the Dixie Mafia and the strip clubs on the beach, and the drug trafficking and prostitution and things that surround
the Sherry murders.
The Sherry murders. Now I haven't seen the movie. Is the Sherry murders referenced in the movie?
It's all kind of referenced in the movie.
It's kind of all over the place. Like it's not,
No, it's not just about the Sherry murders, which of course was the biggest part of that whole thing.
That the Sherry murders was kind of like at the end of the Dixie Mafia,
correct.
Which
this show's kind of like a whole timeline of the Dixie Mafia.
And I'm ancient, so for those of you tuning in that don't know about the Sherry murders on the coast, it was she was one of them was a judge.
The husband.
The husband was the judge.
And she was a planning commission or something like that.
Yeah, I thought she was going to run for.
This better.
I read the book. I read Mississippi Mud, but I was like 12 or something, and she was going to run against what was the kid's name? The guy that was mayor.
Gillich?
Yeah, no, the one that Hallett.
Hallett.
Yeah, wasn't that
See?
the deal? That was the deal, right? That she was gonna. We need one of those. What do they have it on the Lifeline when you call in? And yeah, I need to call my. I need to call my parents real quick and get the 411 so I
See,
make
I
sure
should
I'm
know
saying
all this because
everything.
of the-
I know it's
because
like
of the
yeah, because
movie.
there's the freaking Sherry Library is like right down the street from your house.
Well, not just that, but I mean, this movie was like my life for a dedicated amount of time, and now here it is, just something I can't, remember all the details to.
So do they have is there like juicy parts like to the Dixie Mafia included in that movie? Do they touch on the prostitution ring or the scams and
they changed all the names, and yes,
Yeah.
we did touch on the strip club part and all, because
the Golden Nugget?
yeah, but we didn't shoot there. We
Wait,
didn't shoot
what's
there.
this movie called, dude? That like
Cornbread Cosa Nostra.
Wait, say that one more time.
Cornbread Cosa Nostra, and that was the nickname that. Sorry, that was the nickname that the FBI gave the Dixie Mafia. So.
Okay, sorry. Cornbread
Cosa
Cosa
Nostra.
Nostra.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna look that up because I'd like to watch that because I've heard a lot of stories about that stuff, but I've never like seen any documentary.
Very small budget indie film, but yeah, like I said, we all worked extremely hard on that movie. So
I remember you like texting me while you were in production for that, like just the chaos of running around to the different locations. Like I'm here today,
yeah.
and then and right down the street in D'Iberville. And the next day, oh, I'm in Van Cleave, and the next day I'm in Hurley, and just like all over,
Well, that was my first, I guess, like throw into the pool for design work. Not my first movie. I had done a couple prior to that. So my first one was called Blunt Force, and that was filmed here.
What was that about?
Was it about marijuana?
No, no, it was not. It was a martial arts movie, actually. I don't think it ever got finished being made, though.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, I think
That does
it just
happen a
got
lot.
left on the cutting room floor, and nothing ever happened because I never heard anything else about it. But I was an intern for a wonderful guy named Alfred Luckett that taught me a great deal, and then we moved on to Blackwater, and Blackwater was the first time I was ever on an actual movie set, like for a period of time, because Blunt Force I only came in and helped here and there, but Blackwater I was there basically the whole time, and that was an eye-opening experience, and after that I was hooked.
What was Blackwater about?
Blackwater was a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
What?
Yep, shot in Mobile, so lots of action and guns.
Did you get to meet him?
Yeah, he's super nice.
Yeah.
Super nice. Got to meet his whole family, actually, his son, his wife, his dog. They're all
he was
very
trying to
nice.
make a little bit of a comeback there for like a hot second.
Yeah.
I remember him kind of, he's going to be in, because Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone were doing that. That was with the, what were those movies called that Stallone was doing with the, there's like 20,000 other, guys from the 80s.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish somebody would help us out on this one.
Like ex-criminals or
all
something
the
like that.
superstars were.
Yeah, and anyways, I remember like about that time, he started to pop up again because the guy from Rocky was getting some deals with the movies. Dolph Lundgren,
He
yes.
was in the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get to meet him?
I did not actually get to meet him.
Let him
wasted-
die. If he
Yeah.
dies,
Oh,
he dies.
boy.
It was something like that he said
Yeah.
in Rocky, right?
Yeah. Man, I would have made it up. Well, here's the thing: when you're on movies like that, it is 100% unprofessional to be a fanboy or fangirl, right?
Oh, yeah.
With the talent.
Yes,
You do
you're
not-
supposed to wait
don't
until
do that.
the right time, but I'm not sure if there's ever really a right,
There's not because
a
at
right
that
time unless they offer, like,
right.
the rap party or something. But no, there's never really a right time to ask somebody for an autograph
Right.
or a
They-
picture or
what-
you know.
They usually have like they're called handlers, right? That kind of like run interference for them. So if like somebody, if they're with their family, for example, they got somebody that kind of like not right now. Now's not the time.
Well, I don't ever really see him in public. I only see him on set, so it's kind of different.
Oh well, yeah. Well, you were
So-
saying like
and
he
they
had his
don't-
family with him,
Right. Well, they were in their trailer.
hanging out,
Yeah.
watching
we
old
had-
movies.
Because with my experience with this, for example, there was a certain gentleman. I'm not going to name his name, and I'm not going to name the movie. But I have firsthand knowledge
Why?
that he is a method actor, right? And he stays in character. Is that accurate? Method actor stays in
Are
character.
we talking about
so when
Jean Claude?
No, we're not
No,
talking
he
about
said
Jean
he wasn't
Claude.
going to name who it is.
Not going to
but-
name
well,
who it is.
I feel like I already know who you're
You
talking
already
about.
lost me.
He may or may not have played the Punisher. Anyway, I don't. work-
Which Punisher? There's like 3.
All right, the first one, the good one, right? The
No,
good one.
None of them are good.
Okay. But no, I knew a friend that worked on that movie. Anyway, if they're a method actor, right? If
Mhm.
they're a method actor, you do not mess with them and call them by their original name because they're in the mode, right?
I've not come across that where you can't call them by their actual name.
I have.
So
I've heard of that.
I have not.
I've read stories on Reddit and things.
Right.
That was
No,
like-
I'm not saying that there aren't people out there, but I've not personally come across
That was like the deal with Jim Carrey. He was all doing method act. What was it? The Andy Kaufman movie, and they gave him a bunch of shit, for not coming out of character during the production of that movie. But back to Julie. So you're working with So that was your first big movie where you actually
Blackwater. Yeah.
Blackwater. You actually met an official movie star, and then what where did you go after that?
Oh, then I did Christmas in Mississippi.
Christmas how nice does that sound?
Hot.
Oh,
it sounds
boy.
hot. It was so hot.
Would you shoot it in August or something?
Yeah, it was. It was so bad.
Did you have fake snow?
It was no, we didn't. No, because it was actually the production embraced the fact that it was in Gulfport.
Ooh.
So, but it was, that I do not feel the same about Christmas after that movie. I can say that.
Did it take
So-
all the fun out of it for you?
It totally did.
What month did you shoot it in?
It was, well, I want to say it was hot, but that's like most of our year, so it wasn't Christmas.
That's got to be
It
weird.
wasn't Christmas.
Yeah.
Being around Christmas decorations.
I
and-
know, right?
what was I listening
Well,
to?
we shot in Jones Park, so they had like all of the
Decorations.
stuff set
right?
up. I think it was August. It may have been August because they left it up. They never took it down after they set it up.
How lazy.
That's weird.
So
Lazy.
I don't
over
know. I'd have to go back and look.
there.
Sorry, this is like more than a couple years ago.
So was it just like a typical Christmas movie, or was it like
Your typical
Gremlins,
your
or
typical Lifetime
okay,
Christmas movie.
okay.
You know,
one
like
of those lifetimers.
the lady
Yeah.
comes home or the guy comes home from the big city and meets up with the person that they used to be with. That same Lifetime story, just at Christmas
All right,
in Gulfport.
all right.
It was awesome.
So that was So that was like 2018.
4 years ago.
4? Oh,
4? Yeah. 4 years ago.
2016.
I have a question. Can we step out off to the left for a second? What's the hardest part about doing what you do?
Which department? Like special effects or art department?
I want to know about special effects.
Okay, so the hardest thing in special effects is getting everybody that does not do your job to realize that your job takes a great deal of time to accomplish, whether it's in pre-production planning and building or whether it's application during the time on set, because the weather affects drying time and your glue or your
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, no, you're fine. Get him out of here.
But yeah, everything affects everything, and sometimes you just don't get it done in the amount of time that they allot for you, and it causes problems, or it may cost money or whatever.
Because in my mind,
that's really the hardest thing.
Because, and I may not know what I'm talking about, right? Let's be honest. But I got a couple little fluid in my brain. But like the vision that they have for you before the movie starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
They tell you that vision, they show you that vision. I would imagine there's extreme pressure in the allotted time that they give you to create that vision, that like when that vision's done and it's ready to shoot, like if the production lady or whoever, the director, is like, this is not what we're looking for, and it backs it, like that pressure's got to be crushing.
You feel that more in indie film because there's not a lot of money or time to pre-plan. So on a bigger production, usually what they do is a camera test in the beginning. You'll talk for a good length of time with your producers, your director, your production designer, your head makeup artist. If you're just, a special effects artist, well, I don't want to say just because it's two totally different departments. But I mean, ultimately, if you're working under a makeup department head, you have to collaborate with everybody to be able to come up with one cohesive idea. Right. So in indie film, you don't have all of that. You have less people, and your time is less.
You're working on the shoestring budget.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, so on a bigger budget, they schedule things to where if you're going to have to do 2 hours of prosthetics and makeup, they allot that to where the actor can leave and they shoot other things. But on an indie film, you don't have that 2 hours to not have your lead actor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's because usually, in my experience, a lot of the times you're shooting chronologically.
It's basically on you to show up.
Done. Yeah, to get
and
it done.
hit that home run.
And it doesn't always work.
Because
it does not always work.
Because if you do what you do and it's not what they're looking for, a lot of times they'll probably have to go with it because they don't have a lot of time.
And then it gets scrapped in editing. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Wow.
It sucks. There's been a lot of times where I've done work and then it doesn't show up in the final cut, and you're like,
really?
Fuck.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to the end product.
Yeah.
So you can't get your feelings hurt too bad.
Wow.
If your shit sucks, it sucks.
Yeah. Hey, we've said that more than once over here. Hey, if you suck, you suck.
Right.
Are most of your movies in Mississippi or Mobile? Because I know most of them are Mobile, right?
Most of them have been out of Alabama, yeah.
Because of the tax laws?
Yes, the tax incentive.
Why didn't Mississippi get on board with this?
They have, and more films have been coming here. So I've been very fortunate for the first time in 4 years to work at home.
Did you work on Shark Lake?
No.
You know about that?
I heard about it.
You want to talk about that? We don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about
what
you.
I don't know what Shark Lake is.
It sounds like you want to talk about it.
It was. I want to say that.
So why don't we talk about it?
Yeah, he subtly brings things up.
So this is stop. So Shark Lake was shot in Wiggins at what's that park up there? What's the water
park?
Flint?
Yeah, Flint Creek.
Whatever it was. Not Flint Creek. The other one.
Are you talking about River Shark?
No.
Is that what it is?
No. Listen.
Oh goodness.
So there's a lake up there, right? In Wiggins. And there were sharks in the lake, and it was eating everybody. I haven't seen the movie. I know a couple of people that have worked on the movie, but I haven't seen the movie. But
that's the first question I want to ask: is how do the sharks get in the lake?
Well, My thing is like, just still go. Hey guys, let's not go in this lake.
Was it tornado?
Movie's over, right?
Sharknado.
Movie's
Sharknado.
over. Don't go in the lake. Movie's done. Like it's the end of the movie. But people, these teenagers kept going in the lake. These college kids that would show up on summer break, and they'd be like, "Let's rent these kayaks."
It's like Friday the 13th.
And then they're in the kayak, and it's like doosh, doosh, something's hitting the kayak, and it's these monster sharks. It was I don't know. I just wanted to check and see if you were on that movie, but you weren't.
I was not.
Okay. All right. What was your absolute favorite set to work on?
Oh, that's a hard question.
No.
It's only a hard question because there's different varieties of favorite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Before we get into your favorite that you worked on, I just wanted to go back one more and say, like y'all were talking about the tax incentives that Alabama offers and how Mississippi kind of got on the ball. Louisiana used to offer those big tax cuts, and they stopped. And I remember there was a big move after they stopped, and all the movies being filmed in New Orleans
moved
then
to Atlanta.
moved over here because Mississippi and these other states were like, yeah, well, we'll do that. Send them to us. And I remember at that time because the hockey rink where they used to have down there on, was it the Bees or whatever, they turned that into a studio or I guess like a warehouse for filming equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I mean, they're still shooting in New Orleans. It's just I don't think they have the same
shooting. No,
tax incentives.
No, New Orleans is busy all the time, it's just productions. With me being in Mississippi, and anybody that lives in the state of Mississippi will understand that, or understand this. That's in the industry. It's kind of like being in between a rock and a hard place, because productions that are coming to Alabama, Mobile, or productions that are coming to New Orleans do not want to hire somebody from Mississippi because we're considered a distant hire. A distant hire, you have to pay more money to have around because you have to have lodging and per diem, or if it's a union movie. But I mean, I have worked so many movies where I've drove back and forth to Mobile every day of work, or back and forth to New Orleans every day.
Wow.
Or Jackson. I do commercials in Jackson all the time where I'll wake up at 2:30 in the morning, drive to Jackson, work my day, and then drive home.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of work here in Biloxi. And if you want to make it work, you just do it.
There should be work here, though. You know what I mean?
It's
there
starting
could be.
It's
Like,
starting to
there's
pick up now that we have an actual incentive for film. So
We've had a few movies, filmed here.
Like what?
The last one that I can call to mind that actually got into the theaters was, I think, from the 80s. I remember they did a scene on the city hall, on the city hall steps, where he's like supposed to be coming out of like a court.
they did some baseball movie down here, but I think that may have been a Lifetime movie too. But Canton and Jackson have, and now Natchez have been picking up. So hopefully the coast will, do the same.
Well, the coast is the coast. It's what it is.
I mean, we've had two movies come here, one prior to quarantine, and then one that's filming now. And hopefully, like I said, it'll just continue to roll along.
I can't believe that. I mean, say what you want about Mississippi, but like we're right in between these two new movie meccas. Like we got to get on board with that. Like we got water just like everybody. It's a little brown, right? But
I think it has to do more with crew.
Our water is not like everyone.
You don't have the talent here.
Well, it's not so much the talent, but when productions come here, they automatically think, well, there's all these tax incentives, and it's a right to work state, so we don't have to have union people, even if we have a union movie.
But you are in
So-
the union, right?
I am.
So you
Yeah.
only can work on union movies.
No, I can work because this is a right to work state. I can work whatever
Okay.
I want. It just, the longer you work in the industry, the more you start to realize that there's more people out there that are trying to take advantage to get what they want done. You know, like this is their vision.
For pennies on the dollar.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is their vision, and they want to get that out there, which is all fine and great for the art vision.
Right.
But when you're involving so many people and this is their livelihood, you know.
I remember having that conversation with you too about
Mhm.
like indie films down here. Just you know, guys trying to make short films like pennies on the dollar. It's like, you know, if you can't do the skill at task yourself, then don't expect to pay someone who specializes in it for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
If you want the job done right, then cough it up.
Right. Well, that's why a lot of I agree with
Cough
you.
it up,
But
guys.
That's why a lot of indie films go with college students or quote unquote interns. You know, some bigger productions come through here and dupe people and say, you know, stars in their eyes, hey guys, y'all want to come work on a film, and they don't pay them. You know,
Right. Yeah.
Right.
and then their department sucks,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wonder why.
Yep.
Well, it's because you've got
And you've touched.
high school kids to come do a professional job, and there you go.
Yeah, I remember you touched on that like a little bit, like when I asked you to come,
What, like
you know,
on the ride
to
here?
get involved in the music video. You know, you're like these assholes. They want you to come, you know, work for like 2 weeks for nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's that's.
And not everybody's an asshole that's in the indie film. Please don't take my words saying that everybody is that way.
No, but
because they're not.
But I
They're
totally
not.
understand that. Like,
It's hard to make a
you
movie.
know,
It costs a lot of money.
yeah, I mean, and there's also like so many things that you're trying to make happen, and try to make happen effectively. You know, with doing a film, and I've never done a film, but the music videos that I've worked on, which is very, very, very few, I can count on one hand, are, you know, there's similar, you know, responsibilities there that are shared with making a film. You still have to do, you know, camera adjustments. You still have to provide decent quality audio, you know, which I notice suffers immensely. And a lot of the indie films down here, it's just like motherfuckers don't give a shit. They're like about the audio. They're like, we don't need a microphone. Oh, we don't need a boom guy. We don't need to record any of this fucking audio. We don't need to do overdubs. Let's just roll with it. We'll use the audio off the camera. It's like, absolutely give no shits. And then they release their film, and it's like, this sounds fucking terrible. It's like you spent all this time and money and energy. You got all of these people to put their name on the line, to put their name in the credits, and you can't fucking do them justice by doing overdubs. I'm like, fucking come on. But, you know, I can say that because I've never done it.
Hey, Mitchell, what
But I feel very passionate.
Mitchell, tell us how you really feel.
What
feel
movie
very-
are you?
I
What
feel
movie are
very
you talking
passionate
about?
watching quality films that are made on the coast. Because, like you said, you do invest a lot of time and energy.
Yeah.
And I think for like you're saying, the crew, you know, they want to reap the benefits. They want to see the film go into a festival. They want to see it get to the big screen. They want it to be picked up by distribution. You know, but if you don't see it through all the way, it's not you're not helping anybody. And also I know a lot of that has to do with getting the right people involved from the get-go, and it also has to do with the person who's behind it, the producer, the director. What are they trying to get? Are they just trying to, you know, make a film pennies on the dollar, taking advantage of everybody's kind work and goodness, or are they actually trying to make a piece of quality art?
Yeah, I have no idea how to answer that question.
Yeah, that was it.
No, I mean I
was
wasn't
more
really
of a-
posing a question. I was just
That was more
I mean,
of
I'm
a-
just comparing notes
Right,
here
right.
with, you know, because I've looked at, like, you know, for example, like,
I mean, I would love to pick the brain of and get the actual answer, but
yeah, well, I was just, you know, saying, like, I've seen dudes who make music videos, for example, you know, because that's kind of like where my angle is. And dudes who make music videos, quality music videos, because they know what the fuck they're doing and they can do it snip snap, right? Pit pop. And then I see dudes who fucking do it and they have no fucking clue what the fuck they're doing. Like, oh, let's just fucking roll the iPhone camera and, you know, put some shit together and we'll call it a music video. No, it doesn't work like that. You're just putting out shit. You're just fucking polishing a turd.
Let's
whiskey tastes delicious.
calm down. Let's calm down. All right, let's calm down.
On a lighter note,
Let's take a step back.
what were we talking about before all the bullshit with dealing with people in the film business? We were talking about the Sharknado, the Shark Lake, and then you went from Blackwater working with Van Damme, and then what came after that?
That was Christmas in Mississippi.
Christmas with Mississippi, and then what happened?
Then was Cornbread Cosa Nostra. And
I gotta remember that.
yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so yeah, Dixie Mafia. It was
Dixie Mafia.
24, 25 days of filming.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super low budget.
But still, to work on a single movie for a whole month, that's a lot of shit going on.
It was a whole lot of stuff. I mean, we did some really cool things though. I got to fly in an airplane. I got to feed alligators at an alligator farm that were like 15 feet away from me.
Right.
I got to dig in a bunch of alligator guts. That picture's actually on the Instagram.
So did that have to do with like feeding body parts to alligators?
It was so that we could get the alligator coming up to cohesively get the shot
into the camera,
yeah.
Right?
And I was the only one that was allowed to go into the alligator pit. So
because in the movie they're feeding body parts to the alligators.
Yeah.
How far down is that on your Instagram?
It's pretty far down because that
Let's
was
go down.
A while back.
Oh, look at all this.
So,
I know, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh, we could talk about.
Well, we're gonna
quite
talk
a
about
few
it.
Oh my God,
of
dude!
these.
You're talking about
on,
that
sorry,
hubby
you gotta
on
keep
that
going.
that float in the pool.
Am
We
I
can
still
talk
going
about
down?
him too, yeah. Sorry. Oh, there it is.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah, the alligator. Yeah, it was
Oh boy.
super close, but that was during Cornbread.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we shot on an alligator farm, Kleber's alligator farm in Hammond, Louisiana.
Oh my
Mike
God.
Kleber is an amazing person. If y'all ever get the chance to go check out his alligator farm, yeah.
Does he take like alligator tours and stuff? Like
Yeah.
they'll do
They'll
on the
take,
airboat
he-
type
He
deal?
does
They throw
alligator-
marshmallows to him?
They do alligator hunting.
Really?
They raise their alligators from egg to slaughter.
What?
They use every single piece of the alligator, very ethically,
Wow.
done through their farm.
Yeah.
But they don't just have alligators; they have skunks and foxes and like turtles and.
This is in
all
Hammond?
kinds- Yeah.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah.
What's the pricing like on that? Do you know?
I
You
think
probably can't
it maybe
say.
like
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
To go
Okay.
tour the whole thing, and
Looks like fun.
I've got some really awesome videos I'll show you later of him like hand feeding the alligators.
Oh, that's cool.
Like 5 feet from us. Yeah, we had a really good time there, and I think that was like our second or third day filming. So,
I saw one picture on here that just stressed me out immediately.
uh-oh.
I'm gonna tell you what it
Which one
is.
is that?
I got a big problem with this.
Uh,
Yeah, what's going on here? Let's
Oh,
talk about this.
okay, so
This gives me nightmares. Like my heart rate's up right now because of this picture. Like this is bothering me. I don't like this shit. Like I wake up in cold sweats in the middle of the night look, I'd quit that job right there. I don't care what they're paying me. I'm going home.
This was actually a really fun day on set for me anyway, even though it looks like shit.
Look at that, dude.
Okay, so I don't know how much I can actually talk about. This movie's not out yet.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
We definitely need to talk about the movies that are out.
We only have 14,000
Okay,
people
this is-
watching. So.
this is the only one that is not out yet that I have. That's why I haven't posted any pictures other than this one. So we have to make sure that things are safe for the actors before they do anything.
What?
Right?
What about? So they send you down here to make sure you don't. If you don't die, you're good, right?
Okay. Well, that just lets you know how great our production designer, set decorator, and construction team are, because I was the on-set dresser for this movie, which means I'm the one that's on set moving things around for camera and making sure that continuity is great. So anyway, this is completely built, this set.
You look good in the hazmat suit.
Yay. This set is completely built by our construction team.
Right.
It's not a real
Right.
sewer. All of the stuff that's in there is clean.
Right.
It's clean mud, clean dirt. They threw a whole bunch of fucking condoms and like tampons and all kinds of grossy, mucky stuff in the mud. So when we had to, the camera was coming from where the side my face is at and had to go all the way down the tunnel, like how my hand did, like following the actors as they're crawling through this tunnel. Well, the mud was too thick. The camera couldn't get through on the crane to fit all the way in and out of the tunnel. So for like 2 hours, I was pushing the shit out. Literally. Literally crawling in that cold, mucky stuff, just pushing the shit out. Yeah.
How dare you?
What can we bring up that is something that has come out?
Let's see.
Because you recently had like it was like
The Vanished,
two or three that came out, right? The Dinner Party came out.
Right. The Vanished is the most recent one. Peter Facinelli is the director, writer of that. That was an experience in so many ways.
What was that movie about?
It is a movie about crazy people. That's the best way for me to describe it. It was a super awesome script, and very proud of the work that was done in that as well. I got hypothermia on that movie.
No.
I did.
You were out in the water doing...
Yes. That was probably the most difficult movie I've ever worked. It was a lot.
Physically?
Physically.
Yeah.
Physically. It was freezing cold. We were in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the middle of freaking nowhere. It wasn't even really Tuscaloosa like the city. It was 30 minutes outside of the city. We were staying in this hotel that didn't have anybody else in it. It wasn't even open. So the only people in the hotel was the movie crew. And so we took over this whole hotel in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do. So on one hand, you have that aspect, you know, everybody going stir crazy in a Shining type hotel in the middle of the woods in Alabama. And then we're working overnights, no daytime. It's all at night. And
that sounds kind of fun.
So it is
you
for
don't
about
like sleeping.
It is for about the first 3 nights, and then you're
We're
like,
gonna stay up all night.
oh my goodness. So, but it was so cold, and we were filming, and the majority of the film was filmed in an RV. So only so many.
Right, with I just saw the trailer for this.
Thomas Jane and
yes,
Hayes.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So we were filming in an RV 90% of the time, and not a lot of people can fit in an RV, right?
Oh, yeah.
So very few crew get to be in the RV, and the ones that are like smushed.
I'm surprised that wasn't a set.
Like that? What do you mean?
Like it wasn't a set that could be broken. Thomas Jane, he's like one of those guys that like you don't know him by name, but if you saw him, you're like, oh, I've seen this dude in like 3,000 movies.
He's so great.
Yeah,
he's such a nice guy.
Does the not spoiler alert, but does it end on a happy note or a sad note?
Oh boy, she's probably
because I saw that and it's one of those movies where I don't know if I want to watch it because I have a child, and I don't. And when I watch movies like that, I don't want nightmares.
You should watch it.
That's all she's gonna say.
Okay.
I'll put
Sounds
it
like
that
it
way.
ends
I
on
have children too. You should watch
a good
it.
note. All right.
So,
Because I like, watching movies where the dad goes and kills everybody. And
Do you believe in your children?
do I believe in them? What?
We'll move on.
Okay, so they didn't make the RV a set. It was an
No.
actual RV.
yes.
Sounds like you had good times. Hypothermia. Almost got sick. Almost went to the hospital. This
no,
is during the pandemic?
No.
This was last year.
No. This
Several
was
years ago.
Filmed This November will be 2 years ago. It was filmed.
It takes time.
It does take time.
Takes time.
It does take time. Yeah, I think the post production takes almost just as long as the production and the pre-production.
Which a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, that's why it takes a year for a movie or more to come out.
Smaller scale films and other crap, it doesn't always happen instantly. You can't just kick out the commercial in a month. There's like you said, you were talking about the pre-production earlier. Everybody's got to get together. Everybody's got to get on the same page. Everybody's got to get a copy of the script. Everybody's got to see the storyboard.
Well, you got to have time to order things.
You got to have a schedule. Somebody's got to set the schedule up. And then there's the actual production part. Yeah. And then there's post-production where you got to go in, you got to fix the lighting and adjust the color settings and adjust the audio and the compression and the noise gating and no, I mean, it's
all
very, very involved. Very involved. I'm just saying all this so you know that I appreciate. I can appreciate all the bullshit that has to happen.
Right.
Okay, so sharks, RVs.
Sharks and RVs.
Thomas Jane was a nice guy. You met
like that,
Jean-Claude Van Damme. He did a high kick for you. You met Thomas.
Did he do a high kick for you? Did you say, "Hey, Jean"?
No, but you know what? You do kind of
this
look
motherfucker.
Like his bodyguard.
Oh,
he looks like his bodyguard.
Yeah. Oh, if Phil would have been there, if he would have creamed his pants, he would have been like,
he
"Holy
actually,
shit, I gotta get a photo with you, John."
He actually kind of looks like his bodyguard.
Is there here's my question: is there a picture of his bodyguard online?
I guarantee you there is.
Holy shit!
You're gonna be the new bodyguard for whenever he does a movie.
Just look it up. He's had the same bodyguard forever.
Jean Claude Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
There we go. Let's see what's happening. Let's go to images. You tell me.
Where's he at? Oh, I don't see him.
You tell me. Is there?
I don't have it on this phone. You know what? If
he's probably got a movie named Bodyguard.
You go to my Instagram.
Oh yes.
He may be in the crew picture from Blackwater. You gotta go down.
Okay.
The other way.
Perry.
Keep going. Hey, Perry.
Yeah, we're partying right now.
Perry.
Hey, Perry. With the kitty cat.
Yeah, he's all over.
I have so many questions about so many photos on here.
Oh, you should.
Are we going to see some weird stuff passing by?
That's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh, boy.
Oh, we're almost there. Nope, keep going.
Shout out to Ellis Air Conditioning.
Perry's Refrigeration.
Yeah,
refrigeration.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mitchell's had too much whiskey.
Oh boy, peanut butter.
There it is. Hold on.
Right.
Back down. Black and white picture.
Right here?
No, the black and white one.
Right here?
No,
here?
above that. There you go.
All right.
Okay, so that's a crew picture from Blackwater. Is his bodyguard in that picture?
Which one is he? Is my cursor close to him?
He's not in there.
Unbelievable. Are you in this picture?
I am. I'm right underneath. Jean-Claude's right there in the middle. I'm right underneath.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
There's your head.
Yeah.
Look at you. Who's
Real deal, Holyfield.
Who is grabbing your shoulder? Is that Jean-Claude's hand on your shoulder?
Oh my God, it so is.
Oh my God. That is Jean-Claude's hand on your shoulder.
It is.
Holy shit. That's a big deal, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal.
Parachute Pants, he's a nice guy. And then Thomas Jane, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And then what you end up working on?
Okay. That was Hour of Lead, aka The Vanished. You were asking about things that just came out.
Yeah, the Vanished
Vanished came out, and Money Plane Money Plane came out, I have fond memories of Money Plane. That was we had big fun. Big fun on that movie. Andy Lawrence was the director on that, and he's great. A very hands-on director. Not afraid to get in there and move shit with the art department, so I respect that. Yeah, we had a great time in the art department on that movie. That was an away game. Went to New Orleans and stayed for how long was it there? 2 months, maybe 2 months in New Orleans. How
many times you go out and get drunk during that movie?
Maybe once.
Really? What about
I can't go out and get drunk.
What? You on the clock?
You're a professional.
No. Well, I try to be a professional. Yes. I cannot perform with a hangover.
I understand.
So therefore, I save that for when I'm not working. So quarantine has been great for that.
What about the crew and the actors, the talent? Do they go out and party? And if they do, how often do they do that? I need to know this. You
depends. It depends on the crew member and the actor.
Right. Well, I need names.
I cannot divulge that.
I tried. I had to ask.
We cannot divulge.
I tried.
They make us sign this paper, to where we're not allowed to tell secrets too
confidentiality.
Much. Yeah.
So they can sue you later if you say, "Hey, this guy, touched this stripper at the strip club on Friday night."
I don't think it's that kind of contract.
It's not that kind of contract.
It's more. It's like while you're working, while it's in production, don't talk about it. Right? Yeah.
Like what's happening on set, what happens off set is I guess different.
I understand.
I don't know.
That's a different kind of contract between you and the stripper.
I really don't hang out a lot
at strip clubs.
No, I love strip clubs.
How dare you? Do you? When's the last time you've been to a strip club?
When was the last time? I don't know, maybe 2 years ago.
Where'd you go?
The Horseshoe. Actually, we went to the Horseshoe.
How dare you?
I was not disappointed.
That's his catchphrase for the night.
Now it's shut. It's shut now. They shut it down.
0 to 10. What was the quality like in the Horseshoe?
And even 5 because there was
we're live.
There was there was an 8 in there, but at low
there was an 8 in the Horseshoe.
There was.
No,
there was.
Get out of here. Call the police. Call the police.
No, you could call my husband. Ask him. We were both eyeing the same. Anyway, yeah, there was an 8, but the rest just kind of brought the level down. When you average it out. So
I respect that.
Yeah.
How much was it to get in there? Because I went there one night with a group of thirsty dudes.
I think we paid like $10 and got a drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you come out
dehydrated? That was not liquor. It was like a malt. Like you got a Zima or some shit.
I walked in there one night.
Who even has Zima?
I walked in there one night with a group of high testosterone alpha males, and this was many moons ago, right? And I felt like I just smoked crack. Like I felt that bad. And I'm, crack makes you feel good, I'm sure. But when I walked in there, I was like, holy cow, I feel like a bad human for being in here. Because the girl that was, I'm not going to go into it. We'll step back from that. The girl, it wasn't a good scenario.
Was there a girl that you liked?
Negative. It's a negative. No.
It was always a kind of hit or miss in there.
Was there a lass that caught your eye?
No. I mean, they caught my eye, but in the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Welp. There's that.
Yeah, let's get her going there.
Making it neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl that was into me that I gave like probably $47 to, she was equivalent to Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like she was pretty. She could have played for the Packers.
Welp.
Well, she was nice though.
I'm sorry that. That was your experience there. We had a great time.
Phil has very high standards.
I do.
So
that's a problem. It's a problem.
So we got Thomas Jane, and then we got this
Money Plane.
Money Plane.
Oh, the wrestler, The Edge. I don't know if y'all are into wrestling.
Hell yeah, we know The Edge.
On a bunch of shit before dinner party.
Look, I got some guys in Pascagoula. aka Thomas McCormick. We'll call him right now, dude. We know about the Edge.
Okay,
We know exactly what's going on with the Edge.
The Edge was one of the lead actors, and Money Plane, hands down, super nice dude. Super nice dude. I do not know wrestling, so I didn't realize who he was until halfway through filming, and I showed my youngest child his picture, and he's like, "Holy crap, Mom! It's the Edge."
When he walked up, were you like, "Whoa, this dude is somebody," right? Because you see him, and like when you see Edge, like it's like, "Whoa, this dude's legit," right?
I was like, "Whoa, this guy's tall." I don't know. Sorry,
it's
I
a
don't know
beautiful
wrestling.
man. It's a beautiful man, though.
Right?
He's a good-looking guy. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like I'm being set up now.
Yeah. You can say it.
No.
I said it. I'm a dude. He's a beautiful man.
He is a good-looking man. That's not what I meant. I'm just like, I did not know who he was.
He's special. He's got an aura around him.
I do know this now.
Okay.
I do know this now.
Yeah.
My child totally informed me that I should have known who he was prior to meeting him. So
what happened when you met him?
I said, "Hi, I need to move this thing right here if
What'd
you
he
don't
say?
mind."
What'd he say?
Sure, go ahead, do your job.
That's it?
I mean,
nothing crazy? What? It's the Edge, dude.
Okay. So Phil cream his pants.
I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of it.
But tell us, who's the most exciting person you've met? Like where you're like, oh, I'm tongue tied on, blah blah blah.
Edge.
He's gonna have dreams about the Edge tonight.
There hasn't been. I haven't had the like total fangirl moment, but there was a moment where I kind of had like a panic, anxiety, fleshy moment because it was surreal. Like it all set in. Like this is my life and this is what I'm doing. Holy shit. So yeah, I guess I did kind of fangirl, but it was when I was working Arkansas, and I had been working as a set dresser, art department, like moving furniture and decorating sets, and production moved me to assistant props. Well, assistant props is the one that works on set, and you work very closely with all of the actors. You give them their watches, their sunglasses, their books that they're holding, anything
for that scene.
Right, but
not their actual personal objects.
Well, sometimes they ask you to hold their phone or their this or that while they're acting because you're the one that is in their face the most, other than makeup and wardrobe. So my first day being assistant props, granted I had never done this position before, I had to walk up to Vince Vaughn and Liam Hemsworth.
What? Wow. I love Vince Vaughn.
Get out of here.
On the first day, and say like, "Hi, my name is Julie.
I'll be helping you today."
Yeah. Hi, I'm Julie, and I am such a dork.
Can I get a hug?
So, that moment, that first day was kind of like, holy shit, I'm here. This is what I'm doing.
Is he like tall as fuck, Vince?
Yes.
He's tall as fuck, isn't he?
He's like 6'5".
Yeah, he like walks into like an 8-foot room, and you're like, holy shit, looking up to him.
I think he's my favorite, by the way. My favorite actor that I've met on set and had like rapport with.
Yeah.
I really do.
Really?
think he's my favorite. Yeah.
He's a fun guy to watch.
He's a likable guy.
I would love to like ask,
him.
well, I mean, I guess, if you're a fan of Jennifer Aniston, I would love to know about that movie that,
Calm down.
He did with
back
her.
Back up. You talking about the breakup?
I'm talking about a certain scene, but
yeah, where she walked out naked. I'm calling the police.
I don't know all about it.
I'm sure there was some modesty something there.
Yeah, it was probably a merkin or something, but all right, we're cooking now.
We're going, dude.
But I know,
Boom!
We're out to Vince Vaughn. Holy shit! All right, so, did you get a picture with him?
No, actually,
it's unprofessional.
Just being humble.
Well,
like this dude's too tall to take a picture with.
No.
Take a picture with him. Your head's like probably at his belly button.
Him and I ended up having such a good rapport that I would have asked him, on his last day of filming,
Mm-hmm.
but I ended up getting sent to the warehouse to do something the night he wrapped, so I wasn't even there.
Oh.
So it is what it is. Like, I have tons of pictures
Right.
of him,
Right.
but none of us together, because when you're on set, you don't want to be like, I know you're trying to practice your lines, but can I get a picture?
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah,
just
you can't do
stupid.
that. You can't do that.
There's probably, is there like a disclaimer, like while you're working on set, any photos you take, you can't like release until after the movie's out? Probably
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
So what was the name of this movie?
That was Arkansas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought when you said Arkansas, I thought it was like a small budget, film.
I am not exactly sure what the budget on Arkansas was.
It was pretty fucking big if they had Vince Vaughn in it. I mean, he ain't doing nobody any favors.
There was, let's see, who all was in Arkansas? Clark Duke was the director of that, and he also acted in it. Clark Duke is so super nice.
He sounds like a nice guy.
He is. He's
Clark,
super
Clark
nice.
Duke. He sounds like he has a
Clark
revolver in his
He's-
waist.
That's y'all would probably know him from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Wait. Let's go to multicam. Let's back up. Which guy was he in Hot Tub Time Machine?
The Sun guy. He was the Sun in Hot Tub Time Machine
What was the
2,
Sun guy?
right?
What was the Sun guy? I've seen both movies 100 times.
The kid,
Mm,
the one that disappeared.
like his son,
yeah, his son.
John
His son.
Cusack.
No, the other guy, the bald-headed guy. What
Oh,
was his
yeah.
name?
Corddry.
Oh.
Rob Corddry.
Yeah.
Rob Corddry.
Clark Duke was the kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's he
Yeah.
now? An
Yeah,
adult?
yeah. No, he's in a bunch of shit. He's
Yeah.
He's another one of those guys like you like fucking recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
This
It's
is-
okay.
I'm sorry. Let's
This is hot shit.
Do
we're-
I have a Clark
no, we're-
Duke picture?
I'm-
I think I might have a crew picture on Instagram from that movie too. There he is.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you.
My bad.
He was on The Office. He's in a
I'm
bunch
so
of shit.
sorry.
I don't watch The Office.
He
sorry.
is
But
hilarious.
Clark Duke. Yes, he's a great guy too.
He was a
I've
director?
had- yeah, he was.
Wow.
It was his, I believe, his first time directing. So Clark Duke and Liam Hemsworth and Vince Vaughn and Vivica Fox and Shawn Michael Williams. No, that's the wrong name.
Oh boy.
See, now I feel like an
Yeah, we need the
asshole.
right name.
Why don't you just look up Arkansas?
Oh well. If I look up Arkansas, it's going to say the sun doesn't shine here. Arkansas
Movie.
Arkansas movie.
Vince
Because
Vaughn.
now I feel like an asshole.
IMDb, right? That's probably
Sure,
a good
yeah,
idea.
That's it. Either one.
Let's go to the IMDb here.
Yeah.
Cast.
Michael K. Williams. Oh, see.
Oh, I've seen that guy
Yeah,
before.
Clark
he was
Duke.
on Treme.
Wait, Liam Hemsworth was in this?
I literally just said that like 5 times.
Unreal. Yeah, we've been talking. John
And
Malkovich.
and
John
yeah,
Malkovich.
I
Holy
didn't-
shit!
God
I-
damn!
I
This
didn't
is,
meet him because I was set deck when he was there. But Eden Brolin is Josh Brolin's daughter, and she's super nice too.
Is this
Oh.
on Netflix?
It is on Amazon Prime.
mhm.
If you have Prime right now, I think
Why
it's
is
on there.
Matthew McConaughey showing up? That's
That I
weird.
don't know.
Yeah,
Because he's from
because
Arkansas, maybe?
it's Matthew McConaughey. He probably shows up in
Would
it
everything.
says
would-
only in your state.
Would they ever fly you out to LA or California to work on stuff, or are you only allowed to work on stuff in this region?
No, I can totally work wherever I want to work. It's just not, unless I am designing or I get really super good in with, a certain crew,
Mm-hmm.
it's not financially feasible for them to fly me to LA.
Unless preferred,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Unless I
Like,
get in with
right?
some
The
group that
actor's
just
like,
wants me.
I want her
Mhm.
on this movie.
Correct.
Make it happen
Right.
now.
Has a conversation ever come up between you and your old man, but about moving to a different destination so you can pursue this occupation?
Yes and no. It has come up in conversation because he wants to move to California.
There you go.
I-
He knows.
I, on the other hand, have zero interest in
Why?
moving to California.
Why?
Why?
Why in the world
Do
Would
you know
I-
how many air conditions are in California? Perry would make a killing. A killing.
Oh, is he an AC guy?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
use
that's
way.
what I was trying to-
There's a lot of ACs out
I
there.
was trying to give him a shout
A
out
lot of
earlier.
ACs.
You know,
They use way less air conditioner in California than they do here. I'm just saying. But no, why would I
It
want to
gets
move
cold.
to a bigger pond with more
That's
fish?
true.
because
Like-
you're the best,
Yeah, but I'm not.
and that's all that matters.
No, I want to conquer this pond first.
You're the best
Like,
at getting
I've
along
got-
with people. Yeah, there's like you saying earlier. It's like, yeah, you can work with a special effects makeup person, but if they're not good at being friendly and being cooperative and having a compatible working relationship, you're not going to want to work with them again. You are a wonderful person
Well,
to
I
work with.
appreciate that, Mitchell. You're not the. I mean,
And I do. We did
You're-
work on a music video together, so I can say this with confidence and authority that you are a delight to work with.
Well, I appreciate.
I'm sure if we
that.
had any number of these directors that have directed Vince Vaughn and Thomas Jane and Claude Van Damme and William Dafoe, they would all say the same thing. If we had them, we should have.
Paul,
we should have them on here. We
Paul
should call them in.
Schrader. Paul Schrader probably does not remember who the fuck I am, and that's okay, because he doesn't have to. He's that he's up there. He doesn't have to remember.
Julie,
Yes.
what it all comes down to.
Here we go.
What-
Life lesson.
What? 2 years, where you at? Where do you want to be in 2 years? If you were king of the world and you had control over your own destiny, Church. Oh, I thought you were laughing at me. Where are you at in 2 years? Where do you want to be?
Where do I want to be?
As
in
far as
2
occupation.
years?
2-year plan. Pandemic's over tomorrow, and you're up and running, right?
Making my own shit. I want to make my own
Really?
movies. Yeah.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah.
With the,
we've got some things. Me and a couple people have some things in the works.
Right?
We just kind of want to do our own thing as far as like art department vision and not so much financial vision. Does that make sense
Right.
Mhm.
at all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You don't want to be restrained by finances.
well, no,
Oh.
everybody's restrained by finances when
Well, I
making
mean,
a
like
movie,
you want it
but
to be a cooperative project, not how
Well-
much am I going to get paid for working on this?
Right.
we want to do the right thing first off. We want to pay our people the way they should be paid and have all of the unions involved, whether it be DGA, WGA, SAG, IATSE, because that's a big deal to me. So, and the people that I'm working with. We want to, even though it may be low budget, we still want to do it the right way and make sure everybody gets taken care of.
So when you say do your own
So-
thing, are you talking about directing?
Producing.
Producing?
I have zero interest in directing.
So, well, let me ask you real quick, because I remember earlier this year you were talking about wanting to enter into some festivals.
Yeah.
You were fishing for ideas. Did those festivals get canceled because of the pandemic, or are you still pursuing entries?
We may look into it for next year, but because of the pandemic and the way that it slowed everything down, we're just taking this time to reflect and like detail everything that we were already going to do.
I remember
So.
you had gotten pretty far with it. Like the last time I talked to you about it, like I think you said you had a what was it, the director of photography lined up
Mhm.
and working out like some script stuff, plot stuff.
Yeah, well, we have a full-length script in the works, but
But it wasn't.
I think I want to cut my teeth on a short first.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So.
It wasn't the idea I pitched. It was something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy said that my idea was too raunchy, right?
No, it wasn't that it was too raunchy. Although we did, I'll talk to you about that later. But we did take your idea and twist it a little.
Oh,
into
did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
into a comedy, which is super great.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah, which is super great. We'll have
I
some
mean,
of that
well, it
later.
was kind of comedy,
We took it
with
further.
a punchline, I guess,
Yeah,
at the
we
end.
Took it further.
Okay.
What was it? Can you?
We can totally talk about it.
Can you
Uh,
tell
It's
the-
not the same idea.
What was the
Mitchell
idea?
wants to.
It.
Sure idea.
If I remember correctly, the one I pitched was
A ghost.
it was the ghosts.
that
Right.
comes back,
and
haunts the guy. Hold on.
the girl.
Yeah.
The girl.
Start
Yeah,
from the
the
beginning.
Yeah, that's right. No. So the idea I pitched was, okay, so the guy's dead, and he's I think the girl was a ghost too, and he's trying to hook up with this other girl ghost, and so the short film or the short, the summary of it is, he's constantly making his moves, hitting her up. Hey, let's get this on. What you doing tonight? Where you at? Let's go out. Let's go walk the dog at the beach.
Mhm.
And he keeps getting shot down, and then finally at the end of the short film, he's kind of worked her enough. He's kind of got her withered down a little bit, and she's like, fine, whatever. I'll give you a chance. Let's see how it goes. And I forget what was the punchline. I had some raunchy punchline, and I think they were at I don't, can I go into detail? I don't know if I
Sure.
can. I don't want to shoot it in the foot for you.
You're not.
Okay, I think they're at a funeral, and I remember something about them being at a funeral, and it's like her friend had just died. Okay, let me explain,
Oh boy. Oh,
because
boy.
nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking
Oh,
about.
boy.
All right, so there's these two ghosts, and the ghosts are at a funeral, and there's a male ghost and a female ghost, and the female ghost's friend in real life passes away. So she's at her funeral. She's waiting for her to become a ghost, and the guy is sitting in the pew behind her, and he's whispering in her ear like, hey baby, you looking good. You're looking good. And she's like, we're at a fucking funeral, dude. It's like, I don't need to hear this right now. And so he keeps on. He just doesn't know to stop. He doesn't know how to quit, and he's hitting on her, and finally her friend becomes a ghost. She's like, whatever the girl's name is, Sandra, what are you doing here? She's like, well, you died. I wanted to be here for you. And so she's like, well, what is this? I'm like plasma, whatever. I'm a ghost now too. She's like, yeah. And so the guy pipes in. He says something stupid, out of place, out of color, like, oh, hey baby, you want to get on the action too? And she like looks at him like, I just fucking died. I'm a fucking ghost. What are you asking? And the other girl the other ghost girl rolls her eyes, and she's like, all right, this is enough. She's like, Betty, I'll see you later. We'll meet up in the clouds or something. I'm out. This guy's a dickhead. And so then he starts on her. And that's kind of like how it ends, with like him hooking up with her friend. No. That's not how it ends. There was one more scene that I had wrote to Julie, and the scene is like I think they're in the cemetery. That's what it was. They're in the cemetery, and they're in a mausoleum, and he's just the ghost guy.
Take your glasses off while you tell this last part of the story.
No, because then it becomes too real. The ghost guy's, and he's hanging out on a mausoleum, just like this, in the cemetery, and she sees him, and she's like, hey, I was thinking, and I'll take you up on that offer if it still stands. I'll give you a chance or whatever. And he's like, okay, great, I think. And so she walks away. She's like, all right, I'll see you in a couple days or whatever. And then her friend, who's also a ghost now, her head pops up out of the mausoleum. She's like, was that Sandra? and then it ends. And but that was the idea I had pitched to her, was doing a ghost movie that had a very raunchy ending. And the I don't know who it was, somebody or whatever, the director of lighting, whatever, said it was too raunchy for the festival, so it needed to be kind of toned back. But I thought it would have been funny to watch, ghosts having sex. Nobody gives a shit about ghosts having. I mean, two vapors coming together. It's like, that's not real. That's not,
Ghosts are not vapors. They're spiritual beings.
Okay, well, you get your plasma everywhere. I mean, okay. Let's pick up from there.
If I had $1 million, I'd give it to you to make that movie. Okay, I'd drain my.
Well,
bank account
here's
for
the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. I had you in mind for
The ghost.
for the male main character.
The lead role.
And when I pitched her the idea, I said, I know the perfect dude. This was after we worked on the music video.
Is it real, like physical?
Well, here was the thing.
I don't do that.
Because when I pitched it to Julie, I said, I know the perfect guy. We just have to figure out how the effects on how to make him look like a ghost, the transparency. And I looked into it, and I was looking up like YouTube videos on how they did Ghostbusters, and they made the paranormal ghosts be transparent and opaque, and the glowing effects and stuff. And I was like, all I have to do is figure out that special effects, and when we film you, we apply it, and that way we can do it super low budget. I had like 3 locations already because it was like a funeral home. I think it was going to be like an auditorium where they have like a dance and like one other location. Anyways, it was going to be like you and then another actress or 2 other actresses. So you're the guy that I had in mind for. You would have been perfect because I could see you at a funeral. Behind a girl going, baby, you look so hot right now.
Is that how you see me? You see me doing that?
I mean, for all the ladies out there, this is the guy that you want hitting on you at a funeral.
This is the guy for the funeral.
We got a professional here. Julie, what do you think about that pitch for that movie? What do you think? You gonna throw $1 million behind that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so that got scrapped. You twisted it, or you took some parts of it, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna submit it next year for festivals. It's gonna win a bunch of awards.
I'm definitely keeping it in my.
You're already big money famous in our books.
I appreciate that.
Look,
Your
if
book must be very
I could
small,
look, if I shoot a movie,
you want Julie involved.
Absolutely.
For real.
Oh, yay.
She's gonna direct it, produce it.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Oh yeah.
Set design.
No, like no
The
shit.
whole
Like
thing?
yeah, when I was working on the music video, like everybody was like, "Why are you so fucking committed to getting her on board?" And I was like, "You don't fucking understand. She is legit.
We're gonna play that
She
music video.
is got the experience. She's working with fucking dudes that are like professional. This is who you want. This is who you want working with you." And it paid off. It did. It seriously paid off. Where you going?
I gotta pee, dude.
Oh, all right. Because I was getting ready to fucking totally segue into
Take the ice cup.
working on everything.
Take the ice cup too. Yeah,
Okay, so
So.
Julie,
Yes, sir.
we went. I know Julie from. He left this for me to change
Oh.
back and forth. Oh, look, he even named your scene. Okay, so I know Julie from high school. We went to high school together.
You did.
And I play in a band, and we wanted to make a music video, and I knew that you were working in special effects to some degree. I don't want to mislead people in thinking that you only work in gore or special effects, because as you explained to me, it's more than that. It's set design, and I made a point of that when I put the description on the opening scene, that it is set, because you emphasize that to me. It's set design and other things and special effects.
Right.
And when I had this idea for the music video, I said absolutely it has to be Julie, because I know a few other guys down here that direct short films or music videos, and they're like, well, you talk to so and so and so and so, and I was like, yeah. I looked at their stuff and it was like, no, because when I looked at their stuff, when I looked at your stuff, I was like, if she can do, muscles and dead skin just hanging out of if you can do that, you can do ear prosthetics.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do a bullet wound on somebody tonight if y'all want.
Something
easy.
Your gore effects are outstanding. Which obviously the haunted house loves you.
I love gore. That is art department is my profession. So I absolutely love my job, but gore effects is like my secret passion. I don't know if I ever want to do it prime time. But I do love doing it. I like, blood effects, any kind of blood squib, which that is the special effects part of.
What was the movie that I know, because you have the photos posted on your Instagram where you did the zombies and everybody had like guts and stuff hanging, the bites on their necks and everything hanging out.
I would have to look at the pictures for.
I think you dressed up like a
Yeah.
nurse as an extra. You had the nurse outfit on, and you had, and like somebody had like take a chunk out of your neck, and it was like you had blood splatter everywhere. Anyway,
Mitchell, we'd literally have to look at the pictures.
I just
You
wanted
don't
to say that she
I-
doesn't only do gore.
Right. No, I do beauty makeup too. I mean, I've done makeup for the ball and editorial photos and stuff like that, and commercial. I do a shit ton of commercials. And when I work commercials, 90% of the time I'm doing makeup. So whether it's actually hair, makeup, and wardrobe, considered a groomer. But yeah, I do a whole lot of commercials. I've done political campaigns, all of the colleges around here. If you've seen a commercial for USM or Mississippi State or Jackson State or Mississippi College, I've done that.
You worked with Brett Favre?
No, I did not work with Brett Favre.
Mm.
I was not available to work that day.
How dare you?
I know where that was gonna go.
There was another very talented makeup artist that took my place that day. So
It's not where I was going with that, by the way. Look, let's get it.
Okay,
totally
so Phil's back, and well, we were just I was getting into how the three of us worked on a music video together. So my band Merit Badge made a music video for a song that we wrote called Itana about a Star Trek character. Julie was the special effects, prosthetics, makeup artist, and Phil was helping me with production assistance. And it was you saved the day. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You worked fucking magic on that. And it really, really, made it what it you have a vision of what it could be, and then you have the right people involved, and then it is what it is. And when I say Phil helped with production assistance, I mean Phil was like, on top of it. He was the guy behind the scenes making everything happen, like it meant loading the gear in, helping with the lights, helping trigger the sound. I mean, look, this is my favorite shot right here with the ear. Julie did that. Julie made that ear, it's so much that I want to thank you for. But like the night before, I remember the night before the first day of shooting, Julie came over to the house and she did skin tone matches for everybody's ears, because not everybody has the same skin color. And Julie sat down after a long ass day of working. I remember it because you're like, look, I've worked 16 hours a day. Do you have beer or vodka or something? I'm getting ready to show up, and and I had the ears ready, and she brought her toolbox of makeup and skin matched like half a dozen people in my living room just for the next day. And or maybe I think that was for the second day of shooting.
it was.
But this was the first day. And once again, this is where Phil, Phil had a short cameo in here, but he was also helping with all these scenes of like, we used Phil's trailer and for Julie to do the makeup in. And
thank you for that, by the way. That was amazing.
Yeah, totally made it legit. Made it legit.
It was legit.
Helping me move the soccer field stuff around, everything. There's a lot that goes on behind the scene that people don't realize what it takes to get it done. But Phil, props to Phil and Julie for,
and my parents, because it was their camper. I just kind of took it from Steve here in the Kron. Thank you for that.
It was legit.
Yeah, and
all
if
the
we
way.
ever do another one, we'll do it again.
I do want to do. But the pandemic's kind of
fucked us all.
Set me back a little bit. So this happened after Vince Vaughn, right? After you did the Vince Vaughn movie?
What, this video?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Julie did the ears on everybody in this music video. That was my cousin playing bass, Rebecca Logan. This is our singer, Josh Hagbaum. Julie did the Spock ears on everybody here, helping us with getting the makeup and the skin tone right. This is my niece, Cecilia. She did the ears on her, and I also want to say these two little girls, Emma Young right here, and my niece, they loved you so much. You inspired them so much that they started to look into creating the stuff called
The scar wax.
the scar wax,
Uh-huh.
and getting this the matching with the makeup right. I think I had sent you a photo
Yeah.
of them working together
On the day I couldn't make it.
yeah, it was on a pickup shot, and I was like, "Look, you've inspired a whole new generation." Because they would sit down with you in that camper for hours. Like it was probably like an hour before we even did the first shot, just trying to get their ears right and get the costume right.
Yeah.
But that was a great experience. It really took a lot of stress off when you have the right people, such as yourself and Phil, on board, because you get a copy of the script and everybody knows exactly what you're trying to accomplish and
I was
know
super
exactly what to
impressed
do.
with the way you laid everything out. Not being a film person, you had everything scheduled out and looking nice. It made things easy.
I try.
Yeah.
So so you work with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And then what?
Oh,
Then you
what was after Arkansas? Well, I went from Arkansas to The Vanished, Hour of Lead. That was the Thomas Jane and Hayes movie. As far as like my timeline,
which is out now, which
it just came out.
Yeah.
All of the movies that I'm talking about now are out. The only one that isn't out that I did in that progression was a movie called Super Cool. Super Cool was awesome. I can't wait for it to come out. It's probably going to be really funny. That was the one where I was climbing in the shit tunnel. That wasn't real shit though. That's the thing.
When is that movie coming out?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
is it indie or like a big time movie or?
It's a big time movie. It had a decent, good budget, and Damon Wayans Jr. was in it. And
you got to work out the distribution. You got to work out the legal.
What's the comedian lady's name? Eliza. Oh, I'm so horrible with names.
If it's who you're thinking about, she has several Netflix specials.
Yes,
she?
That's her.
I love her.
Yeah, the blonde.
Yeah, me and my wife, we watch her and we just crack up laughing.
Well, she was in it. She's in that movie and Super Cool. And Jake Short, who is That's the nicest young man. Oh my gosh.
This isn't it, right? This isn't it.
That is it. I have that T-shirt and that sticker on my box.
Well, let's see if we can find out when it's coming out.
It's in post-production. That's all it's saying.
It takes a minute.
They may have been like, we need to do whatever. Anyway, Miles is really...
Damon Wayans Jr.? Really?
Yeah, I have a picture of him on my phone.
He's a big deal, yeah.
Schlesinger. Yeah, I love Schlesinger.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
The cast on this was just... I've had such a lucky time. I don't want to say lucky. I've been fortunate. That's a better word.
No, you bust your ass and people take notice, and then you work on the next one.
Well, no, I was talking about how nice people are.
He's so
like,
good.
people talk about all of the assholes that they encounter in this industry. I have been very, very fortunate.
The divas?
No, I have met those. Usually, it is not your A-list actors that are the divas.
It's the C that are trying to be the A's.
Yeah. Or it's crew.
Ooh.
Some crew.
What type of crew? What's the worst?
Stop it. I'm not doing that. I'll save that for the book. I'll save it for the book.
I tried.
Give me 25 years and I'll write a fucking book.
Hell yeah.
Then all the secrets will come out. But yeah, Super Cool was awesome. I did like crawling through the shit tunnel,
Right.
When else are you gonna get to crawl in a shit tunnel?
But Julie, let's be honest, that was a fake shit tunnel.
That was a fake. I did crawl in real sewer tunnels though.
Really?
Yeah.
Got to do the research.
No. The real sewer tunnel, like the street sewer tunnel in Mobile where we had to film, was super clean. And I actually didn't climb down in it. The special effects guy did. But the other sewer tunnel that we had to do, it was like a sewer, like grease trap
Oh boy.
behind a restaurant.
Hmm. Yep.
Huh,
That's the worst.
huh.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. I pried the freaking cap off of it, which is a street cap, so I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's a sewer.
Yeah.
So is everybody in production, but it was
Yeah.
not.
It's not.
It was the big ass grease trap.
What restaurant? Let's
I
talk
don't know.
about that.
I don't know. It was behind the building. I don't know.
Because
don't know.
I fell into a
But-
grease trap of a Popeyes one time, and I didn't want to eat fried chicken for a year after that. Yeah,
That's so nasty.
yeah, it's bad.
Okay, so
Smelled really good, actually.
in this particular scene or whatever,
Biscuits.
they're supposed to be climbing out of it, right?
Right.
The clean one they're climbing into,
Mhm.
but this grease trap one, like, okay, let me just set it up. They're climbing into the clean one that the special effects guy, so the actors actually climb into that.
Okay.
Then you see the tunnel where I'm climbing through the shit, which is them climbing through the tunnel, which is what construction built, right?
Right.
And then when they come out, it's the third one, the grease trap tunnel, that I have had to clean and make sure was safe
What?
to look like they were climbing out of. So it's like a 3-part sequence to make it look like all one tunnel. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah.
Am I making any kind of sense?
No, I understand.
Right.
But that still
It's
sounds...
three different areas, and the third part was the grease trap, and it was so nasty. Oh, it was so nasty. It was probably, I took a stick and stuck it down in there because, you know, if the actor's foot falls into the hole, I want to know how deep it is because this stuff is super gross. It was probably 5 feet deep worth of
God.
greasy, disgusting stuff. There's one beam across the middle of the trench. So I'm cleaning that off and like laying towels over it so the actors can step on it and not
Oh my
slip.
God.
Yeah, it was intense. It was
And all they
intense.
did was give you a basic white Tyvek suit? Or did you...
Oh no, I didn't have to climb in that actual one because it was only say like 1.5 feet deep. The one with all the grease.
Oh boy.
So it was, that last one was them climbing all the way out. So all you see is them like picking their foot up. One person's on the sidewalk already, and then somebody's picking their foot up out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Did any of the actors complain?
They said it was super gross, because it was. Super gross.
Nobody threw up?
No, nobody threw up.
Okay.
They both did high five me for all of the action after the mud tunnel, though. Like, girl, you've been in this for a while. High five to you.
Wow.
And then when we saw each other on set the next day, we were like, "Oh, you look so much better clean." You know.
You don't get claustrophobic at all?
I haven't. Claustrophobia is not a thing for me.
It's not a thing for you? What's... Holy
Heights.
cow.
Heights. If I have to jump off of something.
Heights are a thing for you?
I couldn't be a stunt person. I couldn't jump off of a building. So.
Look, let me tell you something. If I get in an elevator and 3 people get in there and I'm not the closest one to the door, I'm freaking out.
Oh.
I'm freaking out. Have you ever been to the St. Louis Arc?
I have, not up in it, but by
You
it.
haven't gone up in
I
it?
haven't went in it. No, it was too windy. They
Oh
wouldn't
my
let us in it.
God.
Look, we're on the ground and it was swaying like this, and they said it's too windy. You can't
Oh
go
my
up.
God, dude! Have you ever been up in the Arc?
No, we took a picture. We took a picture underneath it.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. Look, listen.
I don't
to
need
me.
to go up in it.
Listen to me.
I was there.
I have a
Saw
picture, and I wish I would have had it ready. But it's a pod, right? And there's like an elevator loop of pods, and they stick like, I could be wrong, but 4 to 6 people in these pods, and they're circular. They're like big eggs. And look,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm claustrophobic as hell. Like I have nightmares every other night. I wake up in cold sweats, right? We'll put it on me. So
That's how the Ferris wheel is in Navy Pier.
Look, I wake up every other night in cold sweats, thinking about being in like a confined space. I don't like it. I can't deal with it. And so I get in this. It's like $5 or whatever, and you can go up to the top of the Arc, take your pictures. Boom, who cares? So I get in there, and it's me, the wife, the kid, and like 2 other people, maybe 1 other person or something like that. And it's like, your knees are touching, and there's no room in the middle. And the top of the thing goes like it's an egg, and it's like this high, and you're in this pod. And I'm like, hey guys, what happens if this whole thing malfunctions and everything stops and we're trapped in here? That's what I'm thinking about. And my heart rate, I felt like I was getting shot by a machine gun in my chest. Like, that's what it feels like to be claustrophobic.
That sounds horrible.
And I put my face in my shirt, and I'm panicking. And we get up there, right? If you ever go and you're not claustrophobic like me, you need to do it, right? Because you're up in this thing, and it's a hallway, and there's like a bunch of windows on either side, and you look, and there's nothing below you, and that feeling is the worst ever. There's nothing below you. So then it's time to go down, right? And you get on these stages. There's 10 blocks, right? There's like, I could be wrong. There's probably 10, and you get on 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, and each one of these things are pods, and the door opens up, and you get in your pod. Well, we get to our pod, and then there's like 4 other people wanting to come in our pod, and so I'm like, hey guys, this pod's done. We're not doing any more people. And they're like, no. We've been waiting for 20 minutes. Like, we're going in this pod, and the little worker there is like, yo, they're going in this pod with you. And I was like, hey, I'm overriding you because I'll freak out and murder everybody in this pod. Nobody else is coming in this pod because I'm freaking out already. And he's like, sir, we have to have maximum, up to 6 people. And I'm like, hey, and we're screaming at each other. And then
goodness.
We screamed long enough to where I was like, ba, 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 and then the door shut. And it was just me and 2 other people. And I was so happy. And I was just praying the whole time, like, let's get the hell to the bottom of this thing before I stab myself in the face.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you right now.
Sorry, don't laugh at me, please. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't laugh at me.
Too late.
But don't do it. Don't do the arc if you're anyway claustrophobic like me. I can't do it.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome to my nightmare.
I'm not claustrophobic, but that sounded horrible to me not want to do it.
Oh, I'd rather jump off of the top of the arc than go up in that pod again. Like, that's how bad it was for me.
Well, we saw it swaying. Like I said, we went to go do it, and it was
swaying, like it was moving?
The whole arch was moving.
Oh,
it's structurally made to do that, so it doesn't topple over.
People don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to type it in.
So
Go ahead.
So you go from Vince Vaughn to where were we?
Oh goodness.
When does Dinner Party happen?
The Dinner Party filmed last year in July, August.
Because you've been blowing that up. I've been seeing you post that a lot. You're pretty excited about that.
Yes. I tend to post more about the independent films than I do about the major releases, just because they need more hype, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Dinner Party was a good time. I have worked with those people quite often. We have like a family type of rapport, myself and some of the crew, and that was a lot of hard work too. It was a lot of long, very, very long days and very hard work. I was production designer and special effects on that, and
multiple hats.
Yeah, we touched earlier on certain things that get cut out of movies because sometimes the special effects just don't work out.
Do you like wearing multiple hats, or do you prefer just wearing one hat?
Yes and no. I like doing, of course, I like doing both because that's where my heart lies. But when it comes down to doing it during a film and crunch time, it makes it very difficult for my brain to process which one is more important at the time. Like, if you have, say, 5 blood gags in one night, but you also have to dress a set and worry about props. And like the dinner party, the dinner party had so many candles, and for continuity you're having to constantly pay attention to the length of the candles and when the scene stops and when it starts, and it's kind of like clocks.
And there's also a lot of gore.
There was,
Right.
but what you saw was only like a quarter of what we shot, which is what I was getting onto about sometimes the special effects just don't work.
Right.
You can plan and plan and plan and test and test and test, but when it comes time, camera's rolling and it just doesn't happen. And then on an indie film, you don't have the time or the budget to reset and clean and do it all over again. So then the director, producers, editor has the, difficult decision of, do we keep a shitty effect
Right.
or a shitty shot and roll with it, or do we just cut it and move on? So I've had to learn in effects more than art, that probably half of the time my stuff is going to be edited out. So
I was going to ask you two questions. The first one was, is gore necessarily what you find the most fun to work? Because I notice a lot of your Instagram is testing out different gore effects. And then the second question I was going to ask you was, I think it was just like a follow up from you worked on Arkansas with Vince Vaughn, and then you went to the indie film, and then you went back to a major budget film with William Dafoe.
No,
after
that was I Still Believe with
that was the Christian one, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a reason I blocked that out.
I still have not watched I Still Believe because
Nobody has.
No, a bunch of people have seen that movie. I know it's going to be a tearjerker, and oh my goodness, I was so happy with the set decorator on I Still Believe, Leonard Spears, was
no gore involved.
No gore involved at all. And I was a set dresser on this, but I was very fortunate to work under, like I said, Leonard Spears, the set decorator. I learned so much from him professionally, like as far as what period the furniture was from, and how to properly price a room, and just certain details that matter when it comes, like the realness of a set. There was a cancer patient in this movie, and he said, make sure you put iodine on this cleaning pad that's in the trash can. Because that's, it's a real thing that would be happening.
Right.
And it seems like it may be a minute fucking detail, but when it comes down to it and you're watching a movie, all of those minute details in the set dressing is what brings the character story to life more than just the actor. It's everything around them that brings the story to life. And a lot of people don't realize that. I kind of really love set day.
That's why they pay the big bucks to go sit in a room full of strangers to watch someone else take care of all those little details that they don't have to think about.
Right. But
Sure.
most people don't even realize that it takes so many people to get
those
details. And
definitely not.
So many people forget, like, okay, say you're in the bathroom filming, right? Well, okay, you have to dress a bathroom. You come in with a toothbrush and toothpaste and washcloths. You buy all this shit, you put it all in the bathroom. If it's all brand new, that does not look organic.
Right.
You need to like squeeze out half of the toothpaste roll and roll it up and sprinkle some toothpaste on the mirror. And,
Yeah. No,
like,
because nobody has a clean ass bathroom. Let's be honest.
not unless company's coming.
Right.
Right. So you take a washcloth and you wet it and you wrinkle it all up and you put it to the side on the side. You know,
Right.
like you may pee on the floor. I'm not gonna really say that, but you know,
I've
some
done it.
actor pee, whatever. It's like I'm not gonna pee on the floor.
You've never
but-
peed on the floor to prepare a set?
No, I have
Be honest. You can tell us.
not to prepare for a set.
This is a private podcast.
Have I ever peed on the floor?
Not on the Christian set.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Have I ever peed on the floor? I will not say, but have I ever peed on the floor for a set? No.
So where did we go after the Christian movie?
Okay, so I still believe, and then
All the churches are gonna hire you now.
Unreal.
I do come from. Anyway, we'll leave that alone. So I still believe, and then I went. Oh, then I went to the dinner party. So it was like
Yes!
bam, bam, bam. I went
Back to the
from-
gore.
Yeah, I went from super Christian movie to
Man, you get. Have you tried the peanut butter? I'm telling you, you are missing out. It
Look.
is awesome.
So, look,
Julie turned us on to this peanut butter whiskey.
Yes.
Not just to interject here, because it feels, drowning in
it's
Maker's
still
Mark
not
here.
it's still not
It's
the
not. I don't know.
Tennessee
I don't
peanut
know.
butter
Yeah, it's not the
cup whiskey,
Tennessee
though.
that she prefers, but you're getting ready to hit it up with the Makers.
Just
Hey,
take a
listen, I got a crazy
shot.
idea. So you were talking about the haunted house gig earlier.
Yes.
We have friends that are going to be playing. What's it called? Terror on the Coast.
Yeah.
What
Band?
if?
Are you-
Yeah. What if the band?
Yeah.
No, not us. Our
No,
friends.
but, yeah.
But our friends in Project 9, shout out to Project 9.
shout out to Project
are
9.
gonna be playing, and Slay the Day. Slay the Day. His band Slay the Day is going to be playing.
So the day.
Those guys should look into the gore.
Sure.
Fucking haunted house.
Yeah.
Gore zombies playing.
$600
This is
an
a
hour.
no-brainer for
$600.
zombies that like brains. I'm just saying. I mean, if you need a special effects makeup artist,
$600 an
this
hour.
is your girl.
Yeah,
this
but
is your
not
girl.
during haunt season because I'll be doing
Yeah,
actors
she's
if
booked
I'm
up.
not working.
She's booked up, dude.
Not
Oh,
for the
for-
not
yeah.
for the haunt season,
Dude,
but
she's booked
after
up,
if they want to do a music.
I'm just
video,
throwing that. I'm just
totally
throwing
down.
it out there. That
But,
seems like
hey,
a no-brainer to me.
Terror on the Coast is looking for anybody that does sword swallowing or firework or
We don't talk like that on this
bands or-
podcast. We
What-
don't use
what,
that
sword
language.
swallowing?
Yeah, we don't talk like
the
that.
fireball. I don't know what it's called. Fireball juggling.
That's devil
yeah,
whatever.
all
We
of
don't
the
do that.
devil things.
That's my go-to story. That's my go-to story for whenever anybody ever asks me. Not that anybody is, because nobody gives a shit about my fucking history. But when everybody's like, "What's the craziest story you got
Were
from
you a
from
fire blower?
from being on tour, from playing all over the country?" And I always tell them about we were in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin at a fucking warehouse. We play our set. We go outside to catch a breather to load our shit up, and there's a girl practicing her fireball routine in the fucking parking lot. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, looking around. There's nobody around. It's just a bunch of punk kids. And they're watching this girl swinging fucking fireballs everywhere. So, I mean, she knows what the fuck she's doing. Nope. But about any second, I'm like, somebody's going to fucking get lit up. And it's going to take like 30 minutes for the fire department to get. We're going to have another show here in just a second, guys.
There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
Okay. So, Christian movie, dinner party, or back to the gore.
Shit.
And
yeah, the
and
dinner party.
then.
Oh, I don't think I have a picture. I haven't posted pictures of the dinner party yet. I so need to do that. I'm so behind. On
Unreal.
No. You've been
so-
blowing it up on Facebook. I've been seeing a ton of stuff on the dinner party
I
on
just
Facebook.
Yeah, but I meant like on Instagram or whatever.
We
so
can
y'all
go to your
can share-
Facebook too.
But
There's so
after
many pictures on
I
Facebook.
mean,
we could totally go to my.
Oh,
Facebook.
you
Oh,
missed-
look!
Whoa,
there's
whoa,
one.
what's that?
Hey,
that looks painful.
That is from the zombie run, my second year. I'm sure other special effects artists that watch this are totally gonna judge me because of my blending and edges, but that's okay. Everybody has to learn.
That looks really good.
So,
From my stupid, uneducated
well, that's what I
perspective,
said. I
it
mean,
looks great.
Educated special effects artist is
Yeah.
going to look at it and judge it, and that's
Well-
fine. But You know what?
Ain't
The
nobody
general
judging that.
public is going to look at that and be like,
Absolutely.
holy shit, that's gross.
Yeah, that's,
And
Oh, no.
I
Yeah, we
love
love
it.
because it looks real.
I love it. I was just so happy to have a bald guy. Okay, so I love these pictures right here. Just because, yeah, that picture in particular, not only did I drive my oldest son to band practice like that, I also went and assisted my youngest child at robotics competition.
I have a question. How old is
Shout
that
out to
guy?
Trey.
That's a grown ass man. Right there.
He's 19 now. In
For
that
real?
picture, he may have been like 16.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, he is a grown ass man.
Need some beats
He's
drop.
got a bigger beard than you do.
Check out Trey.
How dare you? First of all,
I'm just saying.
how dare
Yeah,
you?
that's my big
Um,
baby.
I'm having a lot of
If I
problems with this,
could-
but
I love him
interject
so
here.
much.
For a second, I wanted to point out that going through studying your Instagram photos, I was trying to find photos that represented your work, right? For like our promos and opening screenshots and things like that. And I was like, man, there's so much good special effects score here, but you also do, and this is the thing that I wanted to relay to anybody watching, was that you do a ton of experimentation. You do a shit ton of stuff at home, and I totally want you to go off on this because you're fucking sending me photos like, what do you think of this shading, or what do you think of this zombie, or what do you think of this alien type thing, and I don't know what the fuck they are, but you're at home, you're fucking and what I'm getting to is you are a true artist in this form, because you're at home, you're trying out the different shades, you're trying out these different techniques, you're applying different methods here on yourself at home, like, oh, I got fucking 8 hours to kill today.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what this looks like when I try to go for this, and then you do the disillusion and the water, and it gets all murky and creates like the lady in the water type shit. I mean, it's fantastic. And in any artist, no matter what form or medium you're in, whether it's painting or makeup or music or whatever, every other artist can relate to this, that you are at home practicing your principles. And I just wanted to emphasize that like that's the separation between you and some other bloke who's like, oh, I can do makeup, yeah, I can put some eyeshadow. No, it's like, no, you're at home, you're fucking studying the shit and the effects of how it works together on yourself.
Yep.
I mean, just look at your Instagram. There's tons of stuff on there where you're trying out the different, and I'm just bringing this up for example because there you are there. See, look at this whole series right here.
That was a contest that I entered.
yeah, what happened here?
I didn't win, but it was a contest I entered, and
Go
it was a
up.
series.
Go
those
up
5
to the,
pictures was a series, and
See, like the sparkle. This is what I'm talking about. The sparkle stuff. This is like
That's
fucking
not
David
sparkle.
Bowie shit right here.
yeah, but that's not
I
sparkle.
love the glitter. I love
It's
I love
not
this.
glitter.
What is
That
it?
is splatter.
Tell
It's-
us.
It is. I used. This was me. Like you said, Mitchell. I am at home. You are one of the few people that I share all. Well, not all, but a lot of my pictures that I'm not brave enough to share to the world. And this was just me practicing a new technique back in the day, and it was flicking paint off of a toothbrush. You know, it's the splatter paint. I know it's splatter paint, but it's not like Jackson Pollock splatter paint, which I do have another face paint that is 100% all about Jackson Pollock in this Instagram shit. But this one was specifically all just toothbrush flicking.
Wow.
And it looks like glitter because
It
of
does.
the way, and it was paint layered. Like, I just did one color in certain areas and focused on, you know, I wanted the red in this area, the black in this area, the pink, the white, and did, because you can see her rib cage, you know. It was, I I just tried to do it in a.
But there's a ton of these on your Instagram, like the one that we used earlier for the opening scene, where you kind of have like an alien type style. I mean, like this one right here. You're applying the.
That's all latex.
Yeah,
that's
you're applying
latex
methods here.
Wait, is that real? That's not a computer image?
No, that is
Really?
Was your hair
that
really
is-
red when you
yes,
took that?
yeah.
Wow.
That was you? That was
Yeah,
you? That's
that's
your
me.
head? That's your
All-
face?
Almost all of the pictures on my Instagram are me.
Wow.
Almost all of them. The one before that we
Fantastic.
looked at with the splatter was not me. That's my friend Kelsey.
Did you dye your
Rizzi.
hair?
I do. I always dye my own hair. I went to cosmetology school, so
Where'd you go to cosmetology school?
at Chris's Beauty.
What?
So
Okay, go up, go
I'm
up, go
sorry.
up, go
I
up.
apologize.
Phil,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
up,
I'm
go
sorry.
up, go up.
Let's keep
So there's
moving.
that. I want. Oh, this is one of the, when we were working on your business card. This was one of the images.
oh, the simple
because because it shows.
But that was my first one.
I know.
That was my very
but
first one.
But
I
to me,
ever
this
did.
was like what fucking Universal Studios is looking for. They're
Oh,
looking
this?
for somebody. Yeah, they're looking for the people who
Oh.
can make this happen.
I thought you were talking about the bullet one.
Oh
No,
no! This one.
okay,
This was
so
one of the images we put on your business card.
This was the first time I ever did a prosthetic, like ever.
Mm.
Glued a prosthetic down. I had no idea what I was doing, and it turned out really great.
And
So sorry to the producers to this for me pretending like I knew what I was doing, because
but here's the best part. Halloween's right around the corner. So every motherfucker watching this right now knows that the $5 kit that you buy from Michael's and Party City does not produce that.
No.
That does not even get you close
that was
to produce.
that
you
was
have to have
that was $120 worth of products, and not
Right,
including my
right.
time.
and you have to have the experience to be able to apply it correctly to get that effect. Let's go up, Phil. Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm just pointing out, like, because
No,
Halloween's
that's fine.
Halloween's coming up. Everybody's looking at this going, oh shit,
Absolutely.
let me get some ideas.
Yeah,
Your
let's
shit's
keep
not
going.
gonna fucking end up looking like that
Right.
unless you got the
that's
the right
Christmas
person
in
to do it.
Mississippi, all the popcorn. That was from
Why
Christmas.
is there a lot of popcorn?
That was set deck. I was working art department. We had to do the fucking stupid festival at Jones Park, and we set up like 190 goddamn tents
How dare you?
that never got shown on film. That's
dare
what I'm saying. See, my anger just came out.
Call 911.
My anger
I
just
love
came
it.
out.
Call the
Look,
police.
you build so much in art department and makeup effects that, and then it just gets cut, and you're like, I worked so hard for
I get it.
what?
I also
I
want
get
to say I love your series of photos where you take like your feet just kicked up. Like,
Oh,
look,
What's-
I have.
this is
I
where I'm
have
at
so
today.
many. I have so many. No, it's called A Mile in My Shoes.
That's right. That's
And
right.
I have slacked off. I have to apologize. I have slacked off for like the last 2 years. But I've still been taking those pictures.
That would
I
make
still
a
have
great
them.
photo book.
Yeah, I still have them. I just haven't been posting them. Unfortunately. Oh, this is so fond. Okay, so the light, that's what this is from. It just came out. It's on Amazon. It's a short. I think it costs like
It's on Amazon then?
$1.99 or some
I'll watch
shit.
that tonight.
Anyway,
I'll pay $2
hey,
to see that.
It's worth it.
Fucking free on YouTube.
It's worth it. You'll watch it.
How dare you?
Hey, no, this is
Get out.
this is
Only
Get
our
out.
video is free on YouTube.
Mitchell. This is Sadie Abear, the lady in front, super good friend of mine. She was the director, producer, writer. This is her first ever thing. She's an actress. She did an amazing job. Like, when I look at first time things, and first off, I'm not the best critic. I'm just not, right? I know what I know. I can look at art and I can look at makeup and say, yeah, good. But in my opinion, The Light is a really good short for what it is. So, everybody go watch it. It's worth the $2. You'll get a good
I'm gonna watch
15
tonight.
minutes.
I'll watch tonight.
Yeah. So, myself and Cynthia did. Oh, I guess I should mention that other girl too. Sorry. So the other girl in the back.
That's like pushed way in the back.
Yeah,
the poor girl.
She kind of helped. I'm
kinda helped.
not gonna be ugly.
Oh,
but I'm
boy.
also not going to promote.
Oh boy.
So anyway, we worked really hard on those makeups.
What happened here? What's going on
Oh,
here? You do
Harry-
that tattoo?
No.
That's my husband's tattoo. Perry got his tattoo, and he wanted to show it off, and I just figured it'd look better on me than him. So there's that.
Oh boy.
And I wasn't wrong.
That's a very cool photo.
So.
Very cool.
How many likes you got?
Oh, that's Emmett Smith. I did a TV show with Emmett
Where is
Smith.
Emmett Smith? I
Right
don't
there.
see Emmett Smith
No,
in
next.
the middle.
Yeah, right there. Pew.
I don't see him. Oh,
He's
right
right
here.
there.
His
Mhm.
little head.
Yeah, I did a HBO show with him.
Top 5 running backs of all time, right?
Yes, he's from Pensacola. We went to Pensacola and did a HBO show with him, and he was super nice. We did tequila shots, and I ate pork shank. was great.
What is a pork shank?
Oh, only the bestest cut of meat you'll ever get.
From a pig?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had pork shank. Mitchell, have you ever
Pork
had
shank.
pork shank?
You can only get it at fancy restaurants or this one restaurant in Pensacola, obviously.
I've never had pork shank.
Yeah, it's fucking fabulous if you can ever get a pork shank.
What's
it's
the
like
restaurant? You don't know.
I cannot say.
Unreal.
I'll
So
have
I'll
to-
never have a pork shank
No.
because you don't know the name of the restaurant.
God doesn't
You
want
know
you to have
what?
a pork shank.
After this, I will find out.
Unreal.
All right, so
I'll text the producer and be like, "Hey, where did we eat in Pensacola 4 years ago? Shit."
try to promote your
You
shit
might need
before
to
you're
do
there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we were at dinner party, and then
Oh, and then after the dinner party, we went to California.
you did.
What?
Yeah, we went to California after the
Who
dinner
went to
party.
California? Why would you go to California?
Because I told you my husband wanted us to move out
Vineyards.
there, and
So
I'm not.
you visited to scope it out. L.A.?
Yeah, well, okay, that was our second year.
All right.
So for around our anniversary time,
Mhm.
because we've been married for like a century, we have gone to LA for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So after the dinner party, we went to LA and had an amazing time.
Right
we
on.
spent the whole time in LA. Hung out with Peter Facinelli and Peter Winther and Judith Daly.
The Peters, yeah.
The Peters. Yeah, but that was the director and producer, one of the producers from Hour of Lead, aka The Vanished.
Ooh.
So Peter Facinelli, for the people that don't know, was Dr. Carlisle from Twilight series.
Oh.
So yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's
for
one
all
of my
the-
favorite memes. Is the Twilight meme that has Blade in it.
What do you think?
That
what
one
you're
and
talking
and the other one where they're in the classroom. It's the raunchy meme where he's like, he says something.
I'm not 12. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
I don't-
I had
either.
despised Twilight, the Twilight series.
Aw.
My
whole growing up life.
no, my mom loved it. She loved
It's
Twilight, and she
really-
and I think it was like for her birthday or Mother's Day one year. I was like, Mom, what do you want to do today? She's like, I want to watch Twilight. I want everybody to sit down and watch Twilight. I was like, oh, really?
It's really
You
good,
don't want to
though.
you don't want to go out. You don't
It's
want.
really good,
She's like, no,
though.
I want to watch. I think it was like part 3 or something. It's not. It was one of the ones that were. I mean, they're all ridiculous. But anyways, so I love the Twilight. Well, back then I loved the Twilight memes where, Blade's in the background. But sorry.
Oh, dude is the new Batman. You know that? You know he's a new
Yes,
Batman?
he is.
Oh, right.
I don't know how I feel about that yet.
I don't like it.
You don't? Yeah.
We'll go out on that. What do you think
I don't-
about that, Julie? What do you think?
Who's the new Batman?
Pattinson.
Oh, I have zero feelings about that, honestly.
Have
We'll
you
see.
seen the trailer?
No, I have not.
It's pretty legit. I mean, all trailers are legit for big budget movies.
I know it's horrible that I work in the movie industry, but I don't like when I'm not working. I don't consume my.
You're not into movies. Well,
No, I actually love movies more than I love TV. Like
glad.
I would much rather watch a movie than I would a TV series. in my free time. TV series take too much commitment, in my opinion.
What's your number one hobby in your free time? If you could have it your way, like what's your passion besides makeup? Besides your job, what's your passion? Do you have another passion? Something you're really into, like something that gets you like that juice flowing inside your body, you know what I'm saying? Like what gets you going?
Tell us about the juice, Julie.
Golf?
Yes. That sport.
Fairway?
That sport I've never played. Yeah, no, that's really it. It's family and creating. Like that's literally my and the pool. I like going to the pool. I like laying by the pool and being super lazy. I like nature, like fishing. I do like fishing.
Fly fishing?
You like the way the light glistens on you.
Reflection
of the water.
I like to cast net a whole lot.
Can you throw a net?
I can. I have my own.
You throw a silver dollar or a $quarter? Like what do you throw?
It's a 6-footer.
Oh shit.
I find it extremely relaxing, whether I catch or don't catch.
You go looking for mullet?
No, I'm trying to catch shrimp.
Really?
Yeah. I have no interest in mullet.
You go out on the boat or on the pier, or what do you do?
We have a private pier we go to, yeah.
What? Tell the world about it so everybody else can.
I thought we were friends.
It's Holly Hills. You could go. We could go at any time.
So look, this is
private property, 24-hour access.
It's your uncle.
No.
It's your cousin.
You'd pay membership.
Really?
We'll talk about it, not on air.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Look, if there's a 17, 18-year-old girl out there, right?
Oh, Lord.
And she's watching all the YouTube makeup tutorials, right? She's all into it. She spent all her money on all the MAC products. Is that your favorite brand of makeup, MAC?
No.
What's your favorite brand?
Don't do that.
What's your favorite brand?
Tell every 17-year-old girl out there spending all her money on that shit to not do that.
To go to CVS and buy their makeup there and Walgreens, right?
No. Buy for what you need. You know, if you do not buy every makeup palette in the world that comes out because you don't fucking need it.
How dare you?
I know everybody in the makeup industry is probably going to hate me for saying that, but I'm sorry, you don't need 72 palettes with the same shade of blue.
That's my thoughts.
I've heard about this. She told me about this.
Yeah.
What do you think about the naked
crazy.
Palettes?
The naked palettes. I think the original one is great. Other than that, I am not a beauty makeup artist, therefore they don't pertain to me.
Call the police.
We should also emphasize that makeup and special effects makeup are two totally different things.
Two totally different things.
Different things.
We're in two totally different things.
Because when I was getting into the asking around, like about stuff, and people were like, "Oh, you should talk to this person," and you look them up, it's like, yeah, they do fucking makeup for commercials and banks and shit. This is not this. We're talking about prosthetics. We're talking about things that involve a little bit extra expertise in, and that's what you do.
Well, there's a big difference between beauty makeup and like I said, makeup effects.
Yes. And you do a wonderful job at both.
Absolutely.
I am not so much curtailed to the beauty makeup aspect. Like, I'm never going to book a wedding. Ever. So, please do not.
Why would you say that?
Because that's not
what she's getting at.
That's
it's just
not
like,
what I am.
Like on the video. Like, she made Emma look great, facial-wise, but she also did a fucking amazing job with the ears, making those ears look. I mean, you saw that shot. The ear looks like it's fucking part of her, like it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Like even during the run, like to elaborate a little bit, there were certain scenes that involved the main actress running, and Julie was there. She was fucking there, making sure that the ears didn't move, that it was applied correctly, that the skin tone still matched, that the hair was correct. There's a big difference between the beauty makeup. I mean, it's part of it, because you had to make sure that Emma was, that it was applied correctly, that for sweating and things, make sure she didn't glisten on the camera, but also that the fucking prosthetics are not fucking falling off.
Right. Well, beauty makeup is more like weddings or prom or something that you're gonna go and have done one time
at the mall
for photos. No, a salon. It's more like a salon type of thing. Like you're gonna go have your hair and your makeup done. That's beauty makeup. When you want to look beautiful. Commercial makeup is different. I am very familiar with commercial makeup. Commercial makeup, 90% of the time, they want you to look natural.
Right.
Pretty, but natural. It's not eyeshadow and a winged eyeliner and contour and all of and let me touch on this just because this is one of my biggest pet peeves. Instagram beauty influencers are not what people want in their jobs 90% of the time. Like all of these cut crease crazy eyelashes and makeup and glitter and shit, that's not what people do. If maybe a music video, maybe, but they want natural. It's natural beauty. You're booking people that are pretty naturally, so they want that natural beauty to come out. Very rarely are you going to have to do something that is outlandish.
Back to my original question, because I don't think I got a good answer to this.
Sorry.
17, 18-year-old girl. She's at home. She's watched all the tutorials. She's trying to get good. She spent a ton of money on makeup. And she wants to get in to the entertainment industry or the movie business. Let's say that. What do you suggest she start to get her name out there? Should she start putting out videos? Should she put her stuff on Instagram and hashtag everybody? Like what's the mode to getting out there?
Okay, so if you would like to be a makeup artist in the industry, the best thing to do is go to school. I hate to say that, but go.
Chris's Beauty College?
As horrible as it sounds, yeah. Go get your cosmetology
You don't think
license.
Somebody could be pretty good from YouTube and internet learning and mentoring?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I 100% said that. I did not graduate from beauty school. When I went to beauty school, they taught very little to zero makeup.
Yes, it's like a week, right?
So yeah, it 2 at best. So cosmetology is not going to teach you what you need to know. It's going to give you the paperwork to make you look legit.
There you go. I've heard. Look, let me tell you something.
But
I've heard that 100,000 times.
Okay, so secret: you do not have to have a cosmetology license to do makeup within the state of Mississippi.
That's right.
So girls out there that are interested in doing makeup, you do not have to go to college to do it. It just looks better.
Right. But there are some states that require you, right?
There are a lot of states that require a license, but it is a separate license than cosmetology.
Right.
It just depends on the state you're in. Louisiana has a makeup license.
It's mainly a skincare license type.
It's sanitary.
There you go.
Sanitary.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Sanitary. But honestly, getting into the movie industry is a little bit of luck and a lot of who you know. I don't care if you've went to cosmetology school, if you went to film school, if you have money, don't have money. Like, it literally is a little bit of luck and a lot of who you know. And I started on this path in high school. I knew in high school that I wanted to be in film. It didn't work out that way. It took me until I was almost 40 to get into. I was well off into my 30s before I made it into film. And then it was part-time. I mean, I had a cleaning company and was working in film.
Really?
Yeah. Full-time cleaning company.
Yeah,
and was
like
working in
you
film.
owned a cleaning company?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I was.
Like
when
house cleaning?
I was commercial, not so much
Really?
house. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was doing when I broke into film.
That's a big change in.
But it's not. People would not think that that would have much to do. It doesn't have anything to do with makeup, but it has a shit ton to do with art department, because art department is a lot of cleaning and moving furniture. And I mean, we make jokes all the time in the art department that we're glorified movers because we pick things up and put them down a lot. It's a lot of furniture moving, furniture cleaning, restoring, rebuilding, gluing, stapling, nailing. Like,
Are you much happier now than you were when you were doing that?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love my job.
Really?
I fucking love my job.
So I don't know if we can talk about it, but like after dinner party, card counter, which, by the way, thank you for bringing me in on that to do some graphics. So when the movie does come out, you might see a couple of shirts.
Oh, I got some shirts for you at my house.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks.
Yeah.
I got to design a couple of shirts that the actors wear in the movie, but that movie was filmed down here, and Martin Scorsese was attached by. He was a producer for his production company, and then William Dafoe, is that right? Is in it.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who these people are.
I don't know these people. You talking about Martin Scorsese?
Yes, Godfather, motherfucker.
BD, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
You seen
the
William
boss?
Dafoe? You saw fucking William Dafoe in Spider-Man?
Yeah, I know him. He's a friend of mine.
Paul Schrader was the director. Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, William Dafoe, and
Dafoe.
Oh, what was the young guy's name? Oh, see,
It doesn't matter.
No, like I am the worst person to interview about things I've worked on because
you have a terrible memory.
Well, it's not that I have a terrible memory. It's that
a lot of
I
fucking
just
movies.
Okay,
so you're working. This is a story that I wanted to get from you. You're working on this movie. You call me up. You're like, look, this is a big fucking deal. Fucking Martin Scorsese is attached to this. You need to fucking step up your game. You need to make some fucking quality design T-shirts here. All right, they want it now. They want it yesterday. I'm like, yes, ma'am.
That is not what I said. That's what the lady said, maybe.
And you're like, William Dafoe is going to be here tomorrow in Biloxi.
We're
filming these shots at the casino. You're doing these scene locations down here that's set up at I think it was the Harrah's Gold Nugget, some shit. And the pandemic hits. And everything gets fucking shut down.
Wonky.
Gets moved to Colorado. Right,
that's
I think that's. I know what you told me.
Moved to any.
Or maybe it was.
Okay, so all of the people
or whatever the casino, the body, Las Vegas. You told me everything got moved to Las Vegas, right?
No, it didn't get moved anywhere. All of the people were from Utah. All of the people that made the movie were from Utah. So it got shut down because of COVID, and we were like, oh, are they going to finish the movie in Utah? Because there were 5 days. 5 days left of filming when they shut us down. 5 days, right? No major construction scenes or anything like that. So the big question was, are they going to finish it there or come back here? Well, they came back here.
Did they? Really?
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They did. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at your glasses.
Because I remember it got shut down. I did the T-shirt designs. I sent them in. They're like, great, wonderful. Like and there wasn't really a whole lot of like checks and balances in it. It was like, this is what we need. Here's a short description. Here's a few examples of what we're kind of going for. Go crazy with it. And then I sent it in, and then I didn't hear anything. And the next thing I know, it's like, oh yeah, it's great. Can you do this other thing? We need this really shitty sign. I'm like, sure, I guess I'll just send it to you like 3 hours from now.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
right.
much like a movie. That sounds pretty much like a movie. Like, I know we haven't talked to you in like a week and a half, but we need it in an hour.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is not, with graphic design, that's not an issue, if you're on top of your shit.
Sorry, your glasses are great.
Just send that shit in. Let me just whip something up for you. But the thing that I appreciated about the request for the design was, one of the disclaimers was make sure that your shit's copyrighted free. We don't want to have to fucking deal with that in legal because it has to pass legal first.
Yes.
So like everything I touched had to be complete. I had to double check and do my research, make sure it was copyright free.
Yep.
You don't want to fucking run into that shit after the fucking movie comes out. Like, this motherfucker's wearing a goddamn,
they could be sued.
Fucking t-shirt that they fucking sell in jail. You don't want that. It's.
Yeah.
But that was really fun. I can't wait for it to see. Do you know what? Well, I guess you probably wouldn't. Yeah. But when that does come out,
it may be on IMDb now.
I mean,
that
was
they
really
finished
exciting.
It, so
really exciting stuff.
my name's not even on the IMDb page because I haven't put it on there.
You should call Morris Bart and make him put it on there.
No, I have to do it myself.
Really? Do you have an IMDb page?
Yeah.
Who would we?
Lord.
Who would we, Phil?
Yeah.
Who would we get to play
Who do you want on here?
the female counterpart in the Ghost movie to you?
Locally? Locally?
I don't know. I mean,
it would have to be locally.
Who would be-
We're not
Why
going
does
to
it-
get.
why
who
does
would
it have
be
to be local?
who would be the ghost that you're chasing?
You know what? I actually have the perfect actress. That
Is
could do
this
that.
you? Is this you, by the way?
Yes, that is me.
Why don't you have a profile picture?
Because I don't.
Get your together and get a profile picture
Would you
up here.
Would you like to be my assistant, Phil?
I would love to.
And then you can do all of those mundane things for me.
The Vanished, Blackwater, Arkansas, Glass Talons of the Irish Pride. What was that?
Seriously. I mean, Julie is on it. Like,
You
this
could
is
go
the
to
great
the-
thing.
Here we go.
There we
Here
go.
we go.
Yeah,
Christmas
see?
in Mississippi. Yeah, she wasn't
Told
lying.
ya.
She wasn't lying.
Seriously.
I thought she was making all this stuff up.
No! Fucking shit a brick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even in the fucking browser, dude. Golly. There we go. Now they're seeing.
Okay.
It's been some things.
Wait, you've done all this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did
You were the art director in Hallowed Ground?
Oh, you said that like it mattered. You've
It's a big
seen
deal.
that?
Watches
Have
it
you
every
seen
night.
that?
Yeah, that's a
Or goes
$100
to sleep.
million movie, dude.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Cornbread Coast. Oh, that's how you spell that. Nostra. Nostra?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the card counter was fucking crazy. Gets shut down. They have to open it back up. Do you resume?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not go back. They had 5 days left of filming. I was asked to go back, but I did not. I had prior engagements,
All right.
so it just didn't work out. I really hope that the production designer Ashley got her vision through on those last 5 days, because I know it was a hard road. So
And we're still in quarantine. We're still in COVID pandemic. So how are you doing? How's your family?
Everybody's good. I mean, the high school just got fucking quarantined.
Yeah. Well, it was like 200 students and teachers.
Jesus Christ. It was like 300
Let's send these buggers.
300 students got
Let's get this shit over with.
And then they shut the whole fucking thing down. So it was like, all right, cool. My daughter
Quality decisions. Decisions.
Right. My
Higher
daughter
education.
was one of the 200 that didn't get quarantined, but yet now here she's quarantined.
Take a multivitamin, you'll be fine.
So they're supposed to go back to school on Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that was just really weird. Like, the whole high school got quarantined, but yet I have a child. Mitchell, are you okay?
Mitchell's done, dude.
I'm not even sure what he's choking on.
I do take multivitamins. I can see see all those fucking kids showing up, and they gotta. Did you take your here's your multivitamin?
Here's your Flintstone.
Here's your multivitamin.
Here's your Flintstone vitamin.
All I know is I've taken multivitamin every day. And I have no problems.
Phil doesn't wear a mask. He's like, fuck this, I take a multivitamin. Fuck your disease. Fuck your virus.
Multivitamins for the win.
Okay, so where are we at now, Julie? What's in the pipeline? What we got going on?
What's in the pipeline?
Can we revert back to that picture from the pipeline? That's a shithole. What's in the shithole, Julie? What's next for the shithole? What's next? I have a couple of pokers in the fire.
that series he just went over.
Which one?
That he just fast forwarded through. I love that, by the way.
Oh,
no, go down, Phil. That right there.
Oh, this. Oh,
I don't know if you're a fan of Jimmy Eat World, but they had a music video came out, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, those motherfuckers either saw this or were inspired by this."
Okay, let me touch on that real fast.
Oh, shit,
so a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, you must have been inspired by this or that."
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer in not using anybody or any art as my inspiration.
Absolutely, you can't do that.
I tend to not scroll through Instagram or Facebook or anything before I do a look, because I'm trying to learn organically. Like anytime I do a special effects gag, or if I do a special effects makeup, or even just a face paint, I'm not looking at anything prior to that. I'm not a YouTube learner. I'm not watching a fucking video to learn how to do it. Everything that I do is trial and error. I may do it 542 fucking times before it happens.
That's right.
I want to learn it organically and learn all of the mistakes, and it's super expensive. I've gone through a lot of materials. I've learned to cut down my kit. Like we were talking about eyeshadow palettes earlier. I don't need 500 fucking super cool eyeshadow palettes. I know a lot of makeup artists are going to hate me right now for saying that, but whatever.
Say it.
There are a couple that I just really want to covet, and I do that.
Like
And shout out real quick. Shout out to Perry. He's
Oh.
saying how much you love your job and how much we love you for letting her do her job.
Yes, Perry.
Because
Perry,
that
hey,
music video would not have happened.
Perry-
Perry was there on the second day.
Yes,
hanging
at the
out,
bar.
like helping.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, "Oh, this
Oh.
motherfucker knows the shit too," because
Okay,
he was helping
well,
you prep.
Since you said that, let me take a second. Perry is my biggest supporter. He's been there since day one. No, seriously, like he deals with all of the ups and downs. You know, like me being away and working the long hours,
Right.
and all of those things. So
Shout out to Perry.
shout out to
Understanding
Perry.
husband of was it? Would you
huge
tell me 17
set
years?
husband.
Your anniversary was just recently.
Oh yeah, we
It
just
was
had our 17
yeah,
year
17.
anniversary. We've been together for 20, but married for 17.
Wow.
So
What is seven? Like I know, like you know,
I don't
what's
know.
the
Are
the
you
first
asking
fucking?
like what the
I don't know. It's like
what's
wood
the
and
gift?
bronze and gold and jewels and some bullshit. What is it when you get that fucking far? Is it like a string?
Sleep.
Like here's a thread.
It's sleep. It's sleep.
Here's some cotton.
Here's some sleep.
Here's a
I'm gonna
blade of grass.
I'm gonna do the dishes and allow you to sleep. That's what that is. 17
That sounds
years.
like a good sentiment
Like
for 17.
we're gonna get a babysitter and not do a goddamn thing, but sleep and
order
eat
a
out.
pizza.
Yeah, and eat out. Yes, that's 17 years. Yeah.
For any lucky motherfuckers out there that can get that far.
Yeah, that's 17 years.
God damn.
17 years is we're not doing a fucking thing today.
Yeah, and what, like, oh, shit, it feels like, what, graduation was like 20 years ago. You guys have been together for. You probably got married like right after.
You know what? Honestly, Mitchell, I have. We have been together long enough to where I've almost been together with him longer than I've not been in my life. So
Well, that is a life partner.
I'm 41 and we've been together 20 years. So.
I'm sorry. How long ago? How long ago?
17.
How long?
20.
Wait, what? What?
Everybody, calm down. How long ago did you get married? How long have you been married?
Look how
years.
good
How
the
long?
lighting looks on your
17
face.
17.
Yeah.
He was talking while I was.
I did that.
while you were answering. 17. You've been married 17 years. How long were you with him before you were married?
3.
3.
We've been together 20 years.
That's
married
about right.
17.
May take a couple years to know if they're the right one or not.
Hey, I got a
Well,
question.
we had a kid. We had a kid together before we got married.
I got a question.
That helps too.
At what point did you know? Like,
Did I
I know
know?
this is the guy.
Did I know?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Maybe the part where the human came out of her womb.
No. Mm-mm.
Stop.
No.
Stop
It was not.
It's
it was
not,
not.
That's not it.
Did I know?
Yeah. Was there a one moment?
No, there's many moments. There's many moments.
wanna hear
Whenever you realize that this person is gonna like be there for the things, like the things.
Like he's here. He's not. Yeah.
You
he's
know,
your guy.
not all the bullshit. The bullshit doesn't matter.
Are
It's the things.
Are y'all best friends?
No.
What?
No, we're not best friends.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy
Whatever.
that either.
I
You
mean,
can't
what
be,
the-
no,
hold
no,
on.
no, no,
Like
no,
the-
no.
Time out.
You
I
can't
know.
be married to
Hold
somebody.
That
on.
day
that
that
long.
he was
Hold
that he
on.
was at the bar with us and
Hold
helping you
on.
prep. You guys are two
Hold
peas in a
on.
pod.
I know that sounds horrible.
does.
No, I'm best friends with my girl. Okay?
Okay.
I'm best friends with my girl. My best friend Shelly. I'm best friends with her. Am I best friends with my husband? No, we're great friends.
Yeah.
We're great friends.
Okay, I'll accept that.
We share a lot,
Okay.
right? But I can't bitch to my husband about
That's
my
true.
husband.
That's true.
I bitch to my husband about
That's true.
to my best friend.
She's right.
I guess when you bitch
So-
to your
She's
spouse,
right.
it
You know what? Y'all
becomes a
can.
fight.
Everybody on this podcast can hate me all they want
No.
to, but I bitch to my best friend about my husband.
I understand.
I bitch to Phil
I-
all the time.
Bitch. So no, my husband is my friend. He's my partner. There's a difference. He's my partner in
But
everything.
I understand.
Phil
My
never
best
bitches
friend-
to me about
my
anything.
best friend is my best friend.
Yeah, I understand.
So people can get mad all they want to, but that's my explanation.
I don't understand because I'm in no position to
So,
judge or.
Is my spouse my best friend? No, my best friend is my best friend. My spouse is
understand.
my spouse.
I understand.
I don't.
Yeah,
have,
that's
I
always
do not have
weird.
sex with my best friend.
That's always weird.
Whoa!
That's
So there's
always
that.
weird. when
This is
people
a
are like-
PG-13 podcast.
When you hear people like,
Well-
"I married my best friend," oh, he's the love of my life. That always kind of sounds weird.
you need
it's
it.
like,
First of all,
you know,
Correct me if I'm
Sorry
wrong.
for being honest.
correct me if I'm wrong. You need a husband and you need a best friend.
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
yeah,
not gonna-
because
I
I think the
am not-
definition of your spouse, who your spouse is not the same as
Your
who
best,
your best friend
friend
is.
right?
You know,
Yeah.
So
I
whoever gets mad at me can get mad at me, but
Right, your best
I don't
friend,
think he
your
must
best
be mad.
friend, you can dump a bucket of shit on them and they'll get it, right? But you can't do that with your spouse.
well, I can
No.
call my best friend an asshole and they not get mad at me.
Right.
well, you can
My
do that with your spouse too.
But he's probably gonna get mad at me. Is all I'm saying.
No, he's not.
Like
You're
he
sleeping on
said-
the couch tonight.
No, I didn't say anything like
I
that.
never got an answer to my original question, by the way.
Oh shit! What was?
Was it a question?
17, 18-year-old girl,
Oh,
what do you
here
tell
we
her?
go.
She did. She went until long. You went and peed.
Did she?
She
I'm sorry.
already covered that.
Oh shit!
We're talking about fucking card counter
'Cause
now.
I'm a,
We're talking about
Oh,
William
Lord.
Dafoe, motherfucker, and working in the
Oh.
casino.
oh, shit, dude. I'm
Your,
freaking out.
your
I'm
chair's
freaking out.
malfunctioning.
I'm freaking out right
Reverting back to y'all y'all made me get all deep in some shit. Made me
Look.
feel like I had to like paddle out.
I don't have a lot of money. I'm a 16-year-old girl. I don't
Oh
have a lot of
shit!
money.
I was like, wait, what?
But I
What?
want to. But I
That's
wanna
the
look
horrible segue. You should not say those two things.
I want. I
Ever
want to
together.
look pretty. I'm in Walgreens, right?
Yes.
What brands do I look at? What are the basics?
They don't
Okay.
sell
They
that
look
kind of
pretty.
makeup.
I don't
want to
waste my
Yes,
money.
they do.
I don't wanna
Yes,
waste
they
my
do
money.
Too. Oh, you meant to make him pretty?
No, I meant for like special effects makeup.
How dare you?
Oh.
There's no
But-
makeup they can sell in
How dare
Walgreens.
you?
He's
Wrong,
naturally pretty.
wrong.
Look,
Wrong.
wait. The last
totally do
weekend when we walk into a bar, okay, we go sit down.
Are you setting me up for a joke?
No.
now?
No,
This is true.
This
This is true.
This really happened, okay? Because this is the testament to if he needs makeup or not. Okay, we go out and we sit at a bar, and 3 feet from him, this girl makes the pretty eyes at him, and I count a total of 8 times over the course
counted 8
of
too.
probably 30 to 35 minutes. 8 times. I'm like, go talk to her. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. He would not go talk to her. But
Wouldn't do it.
the testament to if he needs he does not need makeup. All he did was
appreciate
sit
that.
down, order a beer, several beers, and this girl stood him down the whole night. And he wouldn't make a move.
Mhm.
He wouldn't make a move. Probably out of reservation.
So what's your question?
It's not, I'm just saying he doesn't. The whole makeup thing. He doesn't need makeup. He doesn't have to have makeup.
Guys don't need makeup.
But I'm a 16-year-old girl in Walgreens with limited money. What am I getting? What are the basics? Tell me.
Okay.
Amazon. You're not going to Walgreens. You're going to Amazon.
Mitchell.
No, Mitchell, because usually drugstore makeup is what is accessible to everybody, budget or not.
Okay. Well, let's back up one because my niece, you inspired my niece.
Okay.
She loves what you do now. She wanted to know more. She started looking up because of you. She started looking up tutorials on how to create the scar wax because she knew that we're going to have some kind of filler for the ears to coat it over. And I was like, well, that's not how Julie does it. But yeah, let's start there and then we'll figure it out. She ordered. She made her shit.
There's totally a way to do it. It's Vaseline and flour.
That's
You
exactly
can totally
right.
do it.
Props to Cecilia. Props to my niece. Because of you inspired her to learn, and she figured out that combination. This is baking soda, whatever I need to do to make it in my house.
Vaseline.
Yes,
You can totally do that and make it. You can. There are budget cuts to everything. So I'm
trying so hard here. Look,
what
three items.
All right, go
Three
back to
items.
Walgreens. Go back to
what
Walgreens.
question am I
Fucking
answering
Walgreens.
right now?
3 items. I'm a 16-year-old girl. My good friend Erica's watching. She's a makeup guru. Make her proud. 3 items I'm buying in Walgreens. I'm a 16-year-old girl wanting to look pretty. What do I buy? Don't waste my money.
Is it beauty makeup?
Beauty.
Okay.
Going to high school.
Beauty makeup, 16-year-old girl, budget $15. All right, mascara
Mascara.
is number 1.
Number 1? That's
Yes.
number 1.
That is
No
number
foundation.
1. No, 16-year-old girl does not need foundation. Mascara is number 1. It's going to make your eyes pop. Blush. I think blush is a big thing. Maybe a concealer. So that's 3. That's your top 3 things. Concealer, blush, and mascara. It'll give you a fresh face, make you look nice and
Concealer. What brand?
I can't say that. It depends on what your skin tone is and what brand.
I got
suits
kind of
you
a
best.
rough face. Right?
No, regardless of what store you go to, they have a skin matching thing.
Top 3.
There is no top 3. It depends on your skin tone.
Okay.
Stop it.
So concealer mascara is number 1.
Mascara, blush, and concealer. Yes.
Blush. Give me a blush. Like what brand? What are we talking about?
Okay, you're not listening.
Top 3.
You're not listening.
Do I not understand what you're saying?
Yeah, because different brands. What's the word I'm looking for? Shit. I can't think of the word.
Blends.
No.
They pull different.
No, they are for certain people, and I cannot think of the word. I'm sorry. I'm having a total brain fart.
Unreal. It's all MAC, right? MAC's the best. It's the best brand, right?
Is it? Are you a MAC guy?
I have a pair of Mac headphones, and they're really nice. So I believe they make quality products.
They don't sell Mac at the drugstore, by the way.
They sell L'Oreal.
They
right?
do. They do. Look at you knowing your brands.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, they only sell Mac at the mall. That's pretty premier.
Mm-hmm.
So your average girl probably can't afford that.
I'm trying to dial this in so hard. What's the number one makeup brand in the world to you?
Oh my god, to me?
It's not her forte.
me?
It's not the
No, what is the number one makeup brand in the world to me?
Yeah, to you.
To me?
Like if I'm a young Kim Kardashian, what am I buying?
Oh, good lord, I cannot answer that question.
Unreal.
I am not. You need to go to Instagram and like Google some shit. I don't know.
Unreal.
I don't know. I have my brands that I enjoy.
What are your brands? What are your brands? Julie, what are your brands?
My brands?
Yeah.
I like Morphe a lot.
Spell that.
No.
Julie, are you currently working on a movie?
No, I am not. Unfortunately, I'm not.
You have a movie coming up that you're going to be working on?
There are some movies in the work. Yes, for the later part of this year, I've got like 3 or 4 pokers in the fire.
Sweet.
So we shall see what.
You're always
what
busy.
blooms. So yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to plug right now?
That I want to plug.
Hey,
right?
let's throw up.
Yes, I do. Terror on the Coast. Everybody,
Terror on the Coast.
go
Let's throw
to Terror
up,
on the Coast.
Not Terror on Coast. Yeah, let's throw that up.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Hi.
Look at
Yay.
There we go. If you need to
Productions.
contact Julie about any set design help
that.
or
Foolish Productions
effects
at
makeup,
gmail.com.
production help, she's the one that you need to talk to.
Holy cow.
What's your Instagram?
Foolish Productions.
Oh, there
on
it is.
Instagram.
Look at there. We had that ready.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
some examples
Look
of
at
her
y'all having
excellent
some
work.
shit ready.
Oh fuck yeah, we're professional here now.
Yeah, this is we're sponsored by like 14 companies. This is $1 million podcast. I don't know if you know.
If you didn't know, now you do.
So the image in the middle, that was also a series.
What?
Was that what were you going for? Was that vampire or
that was like Queen of the
Damned?
blood, like
And is that a hair clip or is that bones
that
in your
is
hair?
a mandible. That is a lower jaw mandible in my hair.
That's not a
I
real
was
mandible,
wondering
right?
about that.
Or
Is that real? Is that from an old man?
It could be.
It looks like an old man mandible.
Yeah, it could be. No. An old man mandible in my hair.
I love the eye. I love the eye on the right. That's great. Like I love how you just kept a little bit of skin attached, enough to see that it was clawed out.
Wow, look at that.
I like it. That was one of my earlier things. So every time I see that photo, all I can do is pick it apart. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah.
Reminds me of Emmett Schumett. He's watching right now. Shout out to Emmett Schumett. Anyway, anything else you got, Julie? Anything on the horizon you want to shout out? Huh? Come on.
Well, I think we may be doing some kind of low budget horror movie later in the year. So y'all have to.
What's it called?
It's in the works.
Oh, it's a secret.
It's in the works
it's a secret.
now. Yeah.
Is it called Shark Lake?
No,
2?
it's not. It is not. It is not called Shark anything. But,
Shark Lake 2.
There's still sharks in the lake.
Back Bay 2.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't go in the lake. There's still sharks in there from the last one.
But yeah, I may be doing some low budget stuff later in the year, and then fingers crossed that everything will pick up and you know we'll all get back to real work.
Yeah, I think that's given for everybody in every industry because I'm sick of this crap. I know Mitchell's sick of this crap. I know you're sick of this crap. Hopefully we'll figure this this whole virus thing out so we can get back to making millions of dollars and being successful. Julie, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much
to my podcast.
for being on.
I really appreciate it.
You are a breath of fresh air.
I am
Absolutely.
fucking weird.
And to anyone interested in even thinking about hiring a special effects artist needs to consider you
Absolutely.
first. And me and Phil can definitely attest to that just from working with you personally.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are
Totally
great.
professional. But I mean, us saying that is fucking dropping the bucket. I mean, just look at your, resume on IMDb. I mean, the fucking movies you worked on: William Dafoe, Vince Vaughn, Thomas Jane, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Dude, let's keep going. Dude.
Fucking,
keep going.
holy shit.
Mm. Unreal.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking about your film industry.
By the way,
experiences.
This is in the 4,781 episodes that we've done of this. This is the longest podcast we've ever done.
And I want to say that's just because of how much fucking fun this has been. Just talking to you.
Sure, it wasn't because of all the bathroom breaks.
We're
Not at all. It has nothing to do with the whiskey. The peanut butter whiskey has nothing to do with it.
Shout out. What is this?
Squirrel.
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 Shout out to
Peanut
this
butter
because
whiskey.
look, I just had the first. It's really good actually. Like it's better.
delicious.
Than, we got some of this. We were drinking some of this.
I was not drinking that.
That's normally what we drink. That's
Julie
normally
took
what
the bottle like 2 hours ago and downed half of it. So we're she's got a problem. We'll talk about it.
We will talk about my problem later.
But yeah, this has been fucking great.
We're 6 minutes away from 3 hours.
Holy shit!
You know that?
I
Has
was
it been 3 hours?
Yep.
I was so excited about this because it's not music. It's a different industry. It's a different art form. Just something that I think crosses over that a lot of us,
mm-hmm.
when I say us, I mean musicians, bands,
Yeah.
touch on and overlap with, and you were right there in the middle between the two. I mean, like when I was trying to put my music video together, I was like, she's the one. She's got her foot in both sides, and
I do have to say I was super nervous.
Nervous about what though?
Just
like what are you
talking about myself?
Yeah.
Because that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I just would rather paint things and do things.
You got to give yourself credit though.
Mm-hmm.
And look,
Is that good?
absolutely.
Did I do
And
enough?
later on down the line, we'll have you back on, and we'll talk about some billion-dollar
my
movies
Academy
you've been on.
Award and
Yeah,
how I
go make
produced
like
some
6
shit.
more movies with
Yeah.
top dollar actors so
That's
we can
right.
have you back on and talk about
Dude.
more.
That's right. That's
Seriously, thank you, Julie, for coming on. This has
Oh,
been great.
thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mitchell. You're the best. Thanks, Phil Krohn.